All right. And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast, episode number 69. It's another glorious Sunday, and we are back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm extremely excited about our special Patreon guest, so we're going to get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord who is not only a huge friend to the realm personally, but is also a fellow IT brethren at heart. This Lord is a man of strong gaming opinions, hilarious Twitch streams, and is also one of our brand new up and coming content creators in the game. Introducing the host of the Snalydo YouTube channel and Twitch affiliate streamer, one of the most vibrant personalities in the game, protector of guinea pigs worldwide, and the Lord you should never leave behind the wheel in a stated K2 supply run. Our fellow New Yorker making his debut into the realm of the Lords. My man, Lord Peter Leone. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how are you guys doing tonight?
Woo! You gotta give me some more energy, Peter. Come on now. I need that, baby.
that was intense. That was funny. That was good.
No doubt. You already know what it is, man. Happy to have you in the realm. We're gonna have some fun, man. No doubt, no doubt. And of course, we got my brother co-host with the co-host. He'll be joining us probably in progress. But you know, we still got our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience and is also the Sostradamus. Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patreon himself, my man, Lord Sovereign. How you doing, sir?
Doing fantastic, man. Good to be here. Had a long weekend. Had kind of I took the fourth off. I took a couple of days. Went out to Washington, chilled out. So
Okay. Well, you went to DC.
I was in DC.
He kind of crazy. He went to the DC on the 4th.
All right. He kept it
truly patriotic.
He was checking out Division 2 content. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what that was. He was
I was scoping out real world locations. Let's see. Strategy's gonna be going.
It was accurate.
No doubt, man. What else is going on? Same old?
Yeah, same old, man. Are we gonna do this up front, or what we gonna do?
Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going.
All right, guys. We know last week we messed up a little bit on paying the bills and giving our shout outs to our Patreon subscribers. So we'll make sure we take care of that right about now.
Yes, sir.
So start off. Let's give a big shout out to all of our Patreon subscribers. We can't thank you guys enough for the help and support you guys give us on a monthly basis.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciated. As I said, like everything you guys do helps towards improving the podcast and the quality of the stuff that we do. You see that already. Lord Addict has improved his mic game considerably.
That went straight to the mic budget.
The mic budget has been increased. So, and mine is en route as well. So we're doing it up in that regard. And that's thanks to you guys. So let me give a shout out to everybody who supports us every single month. So we're going to start out off with, of course, our guest today.
Woo!
Snalydo. Thank you so much, Lord Peter Leone. Much appreciated.
Not a problem, guys.
Snalydo.
Snalydo, y'all.
And after that, gotta give a big shout out to Lord Death Singer. Thank you so much, brother. Lord Snail Killer, aka Diago Padro. Thank you so much.
That's the man right there.
Much appreciated. Lord Cat Daddy's Fat Stacks. Thank you so much, brother. The man's always on the road and he'll always manages to listen to us. So much appreciated. Lord Spoon Man. Much love.
Good dude. Good dude.
Always in here in the chat. Much appreciated. Much the same with our brother from the West Coast, Lord Irrelevant Native.
Woo!
Always supporting. Thank you, brother. And of course, the other side of the realm, Lord Bill Stillwell, coming out to support the Lords.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Respect that name.
And the man, and last but absolutely not least, the man who's always in the chat every single Sunday. Great opinions, always here to support Lord Michael Lugo every single Sunday. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you guys for coming out every single month and helping us out. We really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to get into these giveaways. So this month, we're not doing a game giveaway. It's every other month. So this month, we'll be doing the $10 giveaway, the $20 giveaway, and, of course, the T-shirt. All right? So let's start it off with this T-shirt, okay? We got this random name generator here. So
P, why you talk about the T-shirt? Like you should get up and spin around.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
We should
look
model.
at that. He was
Like,
definitely showing that off. Who did that for you? Who did that for you?
Looking
Copper Bomb T. You see that fly?
Yes.
definitely Copper Bomb T.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about this T-shirt giveaway. So the winner of our T-shirt for this month is Lord Michael Lugo.
Oh,
Congratulations,
shit
brother.
right there, like, oh, got a whole wardrobe.
I know, right?
Yo, first of all, let me tell you something about Mike. Mike got every last T-shirt.
Yeah, so
Yeah, like, Mike got every.
but don't worry, Mike. Later on, as the swag increases and the different types of swag that's coming down the pipeline,
Oh,
don't worry, there'll be more selections.
Oh,
so it won't always just be a T-shirt.
Ooh.
So just hold out for that. All right. So let's get into this $10 gift card giveaway, and the winner of that is Lord Cat Daddy Fat Jack.
Yo, Cat.
Killing it.
You gotta put that one on the dash.
We need to see it on the dash as he's driving down the highway. We gotta see that.
Amazing.
That's my man's Cat Daddy Stat. He really supports, man. Really appreciate him.
Yeah, he really does, man. And considering his line of work, the fact that he can listen to us all the time, that's crazy. That's
no doubt.
All right, so let's get into this final giveaway, our $20 gift card. And the winner of that is
So who the winner?
Lord Snail Killer. Killing it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Lord Snail Killer. All you guys have won. Congratulations. Get at me in my DMs and with all your information, what you guys want in terms of the gift cards. You guys know it could be Steam, PSN, Xbox Live, whatever you guys want, Nintendo eShop, whatever it may be. Just let me know.
You throw that eShop in there.
Stop.
He doesn't exist. What's funny? Nobody asked you for that. Put that
in the bushes. Yo,
who did that for you?
We're gonna talk about some things that are in the bushes in a minute. Oh,
yes,
talk about some
Yo,
things.
we got those shirts coming. We got that "Who did that for you?" and "Throw them in the bushes" T-shirts. They're coming for you.
Thank you guys again. Thank you to our Patreon subscribers. You guys are the best. Really, we appreciate every little bit that you guys put out every single month. And again, our goal is to keep improving and making better content for you guys. So thanks again, and we'll see you next month with all of these giveaways in addition to a digital game giveaway. So thank you.
Thank you, Lord Sovereign, aka Lord Patreon himself.
Yes, sir.
Holding the ground down, man. Thanks for the supporters. Like Lord Sovereign said, tremendous. We're gonna finish out these intros, and of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer. Early on the order day.
I'm sorry, yo. What happened is sometimes you coming in and out. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. My levels is good. Still in and out.
No, it's my phone. Don't worry about it.
All right, no doubt. The Lord of Combat Sports was a man of his convictions. The man's nothing less than that premium experience, and is the Get Money Gamer.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing kind of sad today. I like to give a shout out to Bloody Knuckles for bringing this to my attention. When he told me about it, I was kind of disheartened at the thought that we lost a very important lord to the realm of entertainment, because our chosen medium of entertainment is broad. All right, so we got movies, and it extends to video games, and it goes to literature. And Steve Ditko was very instrumental in bringing a character to us that is near and dear to everyone's heart, and that's Spider-Man. He's passed. I didn't really do all the super information on the age and stuff like that, but his passing is felt. So I just give a moment of silence for the creator and writer for Spider-Man who has passed.
No doubt.
And it's kind of fitting that Spider-Man was brought back to Marvel so he can probably see his vision realized, at the end before his passing. So
absolutely,
I hope that brought some solace to him. All right, so let's get on to the show. Let's bring the mood back up.
Let's get it up. Let's get the energy up.
Yo, this combat sports this weekend. LordCognito, would you like to elaborate on the combat sport?
Let's get into this.
I would love to.
Yo, and listen, I just want to say something at the end when y'all finish.
Okay, no doubt. Yeah, UFC 226 was in the books, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we had the main event. Or do y'all want me to lead? Y'all want to go the opposite way? You want to lead up or you want to go in?
Lead up to it.
Lead up to it.
All right, cool. So, yeah, pretty much, first of all, I want to shout out to the Hangman Dan Hooker. Impressive TKO victory, up and coming in that division. Be on the lookout for this kid, man. He looks real good. I like what's going on. I want to give a rest in peace shout out to Uriah Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our dude. Go ahead, Buzz off. Guess off.
The man, I'm sorry. I like Uriah Hall, but the man peaked at the tough knockout. That was it. He peaked there, and that was that. Like
that was that. And then my thing with him is the bad weight cut. You saw when he almost passed out trying to make weight. So I don't think he's found his footing yet. He can still come back. He's still fairly young. He ain't that old.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I like Uriah.
He got bum blasted. Shout out to Paulo Costo that looked like a bigger, scarier version of him. Body shots at Doom. He just put that boy out. I mean, but Uriah's body just quit on him. And then I want to talk about that Showtime Pettis.
Baby.
On the card. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming. Showtime, I've been very concerned with him. The losses, trying to find his way. He never seemed to really be able to stop wrestlers. That was my concern once they kind of solved them on that with the feet, because the boy got taekwondo for days. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can kick. But and then him and Chiesa, they had a lot of bad blood going into the fight. Chiesa missed weight and got subbed. Got a crazy submission, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Showtime. You look good. I want to.
So good to see that, man.
Yeah,
so good. Like I've said it before. Like, I thought he was done, and he just never found his way back. And this was Showtime Pettis.
Yeah,
with the precision striking, like a viper. And he just comes in, and when he gets that submission on you, it's not coming off. And this is the old Showtime Pettis. This is WEC Pettis.
Yeah, it felt like it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets, this is maybe jumpstart him and maybe find his way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was good to see. The next step, we have arguably the worst heavyweight fight in the history of UFC sports.
Wow.
The absolute two fraudulent dudes who talked all this trash leading up to the fight. I got to call people out to the carpet. Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, please come to the front of the congregation.
Nah, you guys are fired. In the bushes.
In the bushes. These dudes proceeded to stare at each other for 3 rounds. No one throwing any significant strikes. All this like over respect and scared of the power when Derek Lewis was talking crazy and Francis was talking crazy. By the way, Derek Lewis he won by like a snore decision. I don't even know how he even won with activities as low as both of them was. It was a split decision on low activity.
I would have given them both L's.
Yeah, I would have given it an L. I'd have been. You would have lost. But this performance, this was the worst thing I've ever seen. Straight up, they
threw less than 100 punches between them.
Ridiculous.
Wow,
and it was awful. Shout out for Dana White for calling out Ngannou, saying his ego's gotten too big and he wasn't training and he was in Paris before the Stipe fight and all this other stuff.
That's my dude.
Yes. Wakanda was not forever. He was not in the building. It was not
I think Joe Rogan said it best when he says he needs therapy. Like he broken.
He broke. Shout out to Native. He broken, bro. Miocic, Stipe broke, dude. Dude don't want to fight. And it's like he's scared of everything. He's scared of the takedown. He's scared to engage. You know what I'm saying? And Derek Lewis, I blame because he was talking wild crazy before the fight, how he wanted this fight and this, that. Now, shout out. I mean, I will salute him in the sense that after the fact, he said, I don't even deserve to be calling nobody out. Yeah, you don't. And, we'll see what happens after that. Shout out to Requeno in the chat, man. We was watching that bad boy last night.
Yeah, I had to mute y'all. I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something. You guys, Requeno, and all of y'all in that FanFest chat, I had to shut y'all down because I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? My phone was going crazy. So I looked over and he was like, oh, this UFC. I said, shut up.
Now you know how I feel. When the boxing, Requeno get the boxing stuff going on. I'm like, oh, man.
Yo,
So then, which leads us to
that's how I knew the ending of the main event because of you guys. I was like, oh
no
no.
doubt. And speaking of the main event, UFC 226, Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic, man. And this was a scary one. I didn't know what was going to happen this one because honestly, it was very hard to go against Stipe coming in. You know, Stipe has pretty much weathered the storm. He's beaten the best of the best. And DC, the old DC, I know I would have been more confident. But then coming off of the Bones loss, you know, to the kick to the head, the steroid kick to the kid, and steroid kick, man, extra power to the head. And then, you know, Stipe's last one over Ngannou, I couldn't, my heart said DC, but my mind said Stipe. And coming into it, it was a good start. They were, you know, feeling each other out, you know, on the feet. Stipe seemed to be imposing his physicality a little bit. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. Then the boxing kind of went down. And even DC, you know, being back up at heavyweight, kind of like the fat kid in the park that nobody picked to play. So
oh, he did. He didn't look.
Yeah, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't like the. I know you're not. You know, your body structure is that way, and it just looked at it extra chunky." And I remember him saying, before that he wasn't going to train the way like a light heavyweight. So I'm like, I don't know with the cardio. You know what I'm saying? But round one, y'all caught him with a 2-piece. And Stipe's chin revealed itself again. And yeah, he opened up, y'all. He really opened up, and then hit him with that joint on the, you know, on the ground, and it was over. And it was very surprising.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I didn't expect Stipe to get dispatched. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like he ain't belong the way he looked. You know what I'm saying? So, what you felt? What you felt, Saul?
This I'm gonna be honest, man. With the Ngannou Lewis fight, and then going into the main event and everything that happened in the main event, it's like I saw my beloved UFC go left right there. Like literally, like in the bushes with Kings, the games the King doesn't like, right in the bushes. Like it felt like it turned into WWE. At the drop of a hat.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
All right,
so let's get to it. But so
all right. So I mean, my thing is this, right? Everything surrounding that fight, and I give props to Daniel Cormier. Like Daniel, he's won the heavyweight world Grand Prix at, I think it was Strike Force. So his power translates well to that weight. His wrestling ability and his ability just to be on top of somebody and just wear them down translates great to that weight. But you just took a guy out that took out a dude with a lightning bolt punch. And he took multiple punches from Ngannou his last fight, and to all of a sudden just get dropped like that and put out. It felt scripted. Going all the way back to Daniel falling after the press conference.
He almost busted his head open.
Like almost busted his head open, and then coming back, and it's just like, and then everything that happened after the fight with the Brock Lesnar, it was obvious that Brock was there for a reason.
For a reason, I didn't like that. Let me jump in on that real quick. All right, in their defense though, Stipe's chin's been sus though. Like he got dropped in the Overeem fight.
He did.
I've seen a couple fights with a chin. It's just that his technique and his strategy usually is very good. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta agree with you. Like I didn't like the whole, Brock's there, and it was so scripted. And then DC calls him out, and this guy runs into the ring, shoves him.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, what are we watching?
It felt like Vince Russo WCW era. Like it was totally scripted. And then the thing about it is that, like, even my dudes like Dominic Cruz, Joe Rogan, they're playing along with it, smiling, laughing. I'm like, no, this is not this. This is not this.
This is the new direction that the new bosses wanted to go into. So you gonna have to put up with that, right? The new bosses want more entertainment value. They want to change it.
But
I got something for you though. When y'all done, I got something for you.
All right, I'm almost done. I mean, pretty much the conversation now, outside of the theatrics, the conversation right now, and I want to bring this to y'all real quick. I know we're going long on Combat Sports, but the talk right now is DC is the GOAT. That's the talk.
You know what? I say
let's get to
that. Because they said minus 2 steroid-induced losses,
right?
That he's been undefeated at heavyweight.
Yep.
And undefeated at life.
But the losses did go down. I don't care
No,
about all that. They let him fight.
Bones is check this out. Bones is a bad fight for him. In terms of just body type, it's a bad fight for him. Like Daniel has to reach up to him. Like Bones is like a physical freak. I tell you this, I don't think Bones goes up to heavyweight and fights Stipe and comes out of there alive.
And my concern is also with him fighting Brock either. But yeah, go ahead, King. Let King get off.
I feel like I'm gonna get stuck in the middle of this.
We got you. I'm about to bookend the crap out of this.
Go.
Daniel Cormier, the original. I'm gonna cry in the car, dude. I gotta
Bones at the trial at the bottom.
I gotta keep my cursing off. I'm gonna turn the cursing button off because when I saw your energy at the press conference when you had the 2 belts, you was really feeling yourself, dude. You was really feeling yourself. But the last time I saw you, tears was in your eyes. You're standing. I don't like my fighters soft. You soft. You soft like your stomach. You soft. I don't like my fighters soft. And you know, yeah, and then you're gonna probably say something like, oh, a man can cry. Shut up. You cry in your pillow like the rest of us. You cry in your pillow like the rest of us when nobody's watching. The only time that you're able to cry in public is when it's tears of joy. Other than that, you keep them tears tucked inside and you take your loss like a man. Because I saw your smiles and, yeah, you know, so at this part right here, where was that part when it kicked you in your head? Where was that at? Yeah. I'm sick of the fact you are no goat because no goats cry. So I'm out of here with that goat crap. You're going to leave that alone. And anybody that sit there and talk about they representing this tear water bottle face dude, let me tell you something. I want that one dude to kick him upside his head again. I put my money on Bones, fresh and clean with no caffeine, in that dude's face. I don't like him. I can't stand him. Yo, do you understand how much I can't stand that man? And when he got kicked upside his head, it was the best night of my life. It was the best night of my life. That night I celebrated. I had a bottle on you. And I'm going to tell you right now, last night I was rooting for Stipe 100%. I wanted you erased. So when I saw that you won, and then I seen your jubilation, I said, where the tears, though? Where the man with the buckets? That's the guy I know, Captain Buckets. So I don't want to hear nothing about your goat. You lame, and the whole thing was staged. I hope Brock break your heart. I want to see you cry again.
Oh, I know he wants to see that. I know he wants to see that. Well, shout out to Native in the chat because he says Mighty Mouse is GOAT, and that's true. Mighty Mouse is GOAT.
Nah, but Mighty Mouse ducked that fight with homie.
Yeah, he should.
I'm sorry, Fonz. I'm sorry, Native. He ducked that fight.
He needed to fight
TJ. And that's inexcusable. There's no reason why that fight should happen. And everything's pointing towards that. But shout out to Mighty Mouse enough. I still like him as a dude. I just wish he'd picked that fight. Yeah. But I gotta
get these likes up. Let's get these likes up.
But I gotta get a King real quick though. Because at the end of the day, your man is a performance enhancer.
Yo, you know what? Listen. Wait, time out. You got to say the whole thing. You can't just say he's just a performance enhancer. He's a cokehead.
He's a cokehead.
Let's say it all. Clear. Let's say the whole thing. Don't go there and don't give him his full title. Introducing the cokehead performance enhancer, Bone Jones. All right, but he knocked your man out. So I'm good with that.
That was UFC comments must go along. We got to keep Petey awake, man.
Oh my God! Oh, good. No, good. I just
it's been a while. We had a lot of combat sports pent up from all like that.
It's been weeks of not hearing any combat sports. So like for hearing this from you guys is good. It's good.
And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So before we get into what the Lords are playing, I want to start off with the Lord, Snalydo, video game system history, that career in IT with your fellow Lord. And the inspiration that finally got you started as a new content creator. So Lord Snalydo, what's up, man? From the beginning, give me those first gaming systems, bro.
First gaming systems. The first one that I can remember is actually when I was a little baby sitting on my cousins playing in television. Little snake games and little tank games. those were classics. And then when I got older, I found out my parents had an old school Atari, like an original Atari in the closet.
Wow.
I pulled that bad boy out, hooked it up, and it worked. And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" So it was good. It was great. But man, between going through all that, we had the Nintendo, which I got from my grandparents, which was awesome. And then we got our Sega Genesis from my aunt, who my parents were so angry.
Why were they angry about the Genesis?
Man. My parents were like very anti, do not want the kids to play video games. We only got to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That was it until we were in high school. Like I had to fight when I was like a senior and like junior until I could finally get my video games all week long.
That was me. That was me. Cognito knows that was me.
Yeah, that was you. That was you. So
once my parents left, though, it was just like, where did they hide the games? Where's Ninja Turtles? I would go and take those games.
They were the parents like it's the devil. Like you're not supposed to do it. Like what was it like?
It wasn't that way. They just didn't want us to consume ourselves. Hence me playing nonstop now as an adult because I'm trying to catch up on times.
Gotcha.
But now I got my Xbox. I want to get my PS4. Got to get that bad boy. But yeah, doing that now. I don't have a Switch, but you know, it's been
how you gonna clap that he don't got a Switch? I'm done with you.
You gotta have enough hate for him and
yo, listen. Yo, get that PlayStation.
Man, that PlayStation's got some great games on it. The Switch has got some great games on them. I want to get to them eventually, and right now I'm sitting mostly on the PC. I got so many games on the PC, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because obviously, you know what I'm saying, and you know, our history and stuff like that. I just want to know, like, when did you kind of transition into the PC gaming realm? I seen you kind of hard by it. Obviously, to the crowd and everyone that's been listening, you know, you were actually the first person I tested crossplay with. Remember when we did State of Decay?
Oh man, that was so much. Oh my god, I can't even tell you. I warned you. I was like, don't let me drive. And you're like, just drive. It's going to be okay. Next thing I know, we're running into stuff, getting stuff broken. Oh, my God. It was so much fun. But, yeah, I started transitioning into PC when I started playing Warcraft. And back in, what was it, 06 is when, when WoW started coming out. I started playing PC more and more and more. And it's easier for me to play games now, first-person shooters. I feel like it takes more skill when you're playing on a PC than it does in Xbox or PlayStation. No offense to you guys, you know, play your stuff.
No offense to the console lords. None taken.
But it's something that I just gotten used to and I enjoy playing.
All right, fair enough. Now we know
I'm loving crossplay though now because of being able to play with, you know, like what we did with State of Decay and with other things, which was coming out. I can't wait.
Absolutely. And I think that's the cool part, you know, that people don't give Microsoft enough credit for, just that whole merging those worlds together.
Wait. So you mean to tell me he was playing on PC while you was playing on Xbox?
Yes, I tested. Dude, party chat ran fantastic.
Yo, who did that for
you? Hashtag who did that for you, Lord?
I will say my first next gen console, if you will, because I skipped Super Nintendo and I originally bought a PlayStation. I forgot about this. I painted classrooms with my mom for 2 days, and the amount of money I got, I had it in my hands, and my mom's like, "What do you want to do with that money?" I'm like, "Bring me to Toys R Us. I'm getting a PlayStation." And she was like, "What is that? What? I don't want to know." I was in college at that point. I just went. But it was good.
What's up, man? That's really cool to see, man. No doubt, man. Gaming history was very thorough. Not too many gaps. I'm impressed.
No.
You know what I mean? No. So, obviously, we know that IT career button. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know your boy LordCognito. We had cross paths with Lord Snalydo.
Oh,
briefly about your IT background, and did that also influence you as far as the gaming?
For me, I worked. I actually wanted to be a software programmer. But being on this island of, you know, New York, there's very minimal jobs. So I ended up going for the networking path in addition to the software path. I just grabbed a job that I could find, and I just kind of cruised with it. And that's when you and I met up, and I will remember knowing your passion for games when you were like, I'll drive all the way to New York to pick up, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, yeah, that's when we used to make the games.
I was just like, all right, if that's what you're going to do.
Legend of the Gamer Tag Mantonio. Remember that one?
Oh, my God. Man.
Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Nico.
Man.
Remember Nico?
Nico was good. He's good. He's good. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago.
What's up?
Yeah, but dude, that Mantonio.
Classic Call of Duty name. We got bodied by somebody called Mantonio. We was upset.
The guy ran around just knifing everyone. That's all he did for the full match. It's like he's standing there.
I like that.
You gotta get in there, and you'd be like, "Why am I dead?" And it just says Mantonio knifed, and I was just like,
the legend of Mantonio. We couldn't even get mad because of the name. We was like, we're getting killed by this dude named Mantonio. Are you serious right now?
And it's just like that sounds awesome. It was so good.
No doubt, man.
That was completely awesome.
Man, Antonio.
Shout out to those Gasket days, man. A lot of people. We had, what was cool about that cruise, Lord Snalydo, is that we had a ton of gamers that we worked with, right?
We did.
Even like our boy, shout out to what was it, Lucerio.
Remember Roman?
Roman G. Oh man. Jeff Roman, shout out to him. We had it was a good group of IT guys, and we had so many hardcore gamers as part of that group. So we used to just laugh and bug out, and it was just family, man. Those are good times.
We did a conversion down in some what is it called in Indiana.
Yes.
And I look over at Gene and I see him. He's got a controller in his hand and he's playing Mortal Kombat.
Woo!
Mid presentation, and I was just like, "What are you doing?"
Shout out to G.
I love that, man.
I love G, man. Shout out to all the old team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the crew right there, man. Absolutely,
yeah, it's good.
No doubt. So we got that going on. Then finally, the inspiration to help you got you started to finally jump into the content creation game.
Content. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just like the whole YouTube channel and the Twitch streaming. Like, what kind of finally said, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing? What Lord Snalydo, what you do?
So I saw a lot of my friends ending up doing a lot of Twitch streaming and a lot of content creation, and I thought to myself, I was like, well, I love doing that stuff. I love giving back to my friends' community, like I do for you guys. And I was like, well, how else better to do that than to start doing this? So I usually end up taking usually parts of throughout the whole entire year, either my subs or my donations, and all the money I take and I give it back. So I try to do I give back a lot of games. I'm talking a lot of games.
Oh wow!
Like maybe 1 or 2 a month to my people that come to my channels. I try to do at least 1 or 2 months out of the year. All of the donations, all the subscription money, everything that I get, and I give them to some type of charity.
Wow, that's what's up.
So like I'm going to be doing I'm actually in the process of working on doing a charity for a guinea pig donation.
Nice.
In January of next year. I'm working on doing in November. I usually do go to a charity for disabled children. So I take all the money I get and I give to that. So that's why I wanted to start doing this, not just for myself, because I have my job. I have my amazing wife. I have those things that are ground me. So I want to help others. And there are some people that are playing games that they don't have the money to do it. So if they're willing to put the time to hang out with me playing games, like I'm telling you, when we went to PAX East, I bought a handful of games when I was there because those things were all discounted, so I can start giving away for people. And and it's great to have that community come back to see.
Absolutely. First of all, salute to Lord Snalydo doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super positive, bro. And we really want to support that and actually elevate that kind of talk more. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not doing that. They're not giving back. They're not even thinking about others. So that's super positive, man. I'm proud of you, man. I seen you getting out your start out there, caught a couple of streams, and caught your bad driving stream when you included me in State of Decay. But shout out to you, P, because you're really out here doing it, man. And it's really, really positive, man. Absolutely. So, of course, we got to ask all the guests the final question. Top 5 video games or franchises of
Oh,
all time.
so-
Let's go, Pete.
So I was ready for this because I know that you guys do this to everybody. So I made sure I wrote them down.
Let's go.
So first of all, the Final Fantasy series, that RPG elements and everything from the start to what they're doing now with Final Fantasy 15 to even the content that they're doing with MMOs, with what they're doing with their Final Fantasy 14. It's amazing. I love it. It's great. Monster Hunter, I never really was into the Monster Hunter genre or to play it. Once it came out for Xbox, I picked that bad boy up, and I'm just like, this is good. This is fun. It's never stale.
Yeah, man, we got two lords before you that vouching, Lord Arix and Lord Foggy, that Monster Hunter to the death, Lord Zero as well.
Yeah, it never. I will say one of the hardest thing was when it launched and that flares didn't work. That was the most aggravating thing because I was just getting my butt kicked, and I was just like,
couldn't get nobody to help you, right?
Exactly. I was like, oh,
exactly. That's exactly why I called Microsoft and said, "Get this off my hands."
Man,
Savage.
But now things are working there. It's great. Anything Mario related, it's like whatever Mario touches is gold. I don't know what it is. That whole franchise, I can't even say it's just Mario and Link. Those things, those are great.
Wait, hold on. So we got Final Fantasy series, Monster Hunter, any Mario series, anything Mario in it,
anything Mario in it, even Mario versus Rabbids.
No, that's really good. That's really good.
So the Zelda series is 4? Is Zelda series 4?
No, I'm not counting Zelda because I put them together. I always felt like Mario and that Zelda series are always together.
Nah, you got to make a tough choice. You got to make a tough choice. Get away with that.
I don't care if you're in the Patreon. No cheat.
You gotta make you at the Lord's Round Table.
Either you gotta make a choice or you gotta add it to the list.
All right. Well, we'll have to take off Link then.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed. I can't tell you. I've played every single one of them.
Yep.
Every one, like over and over and over again. I went opening day, not even opening day, the day before opening day to see the movie. My wife wouldn't even go. I was like,
I
had to hit him with the Pusha T. He said he saw the movie.
No, bro. I got it even better. I took my father and we went and saw it in 3D.
Oh my!
Wait! Wow. He still talks to you?
My dad, he does. He even went and picked up donuts for tonight. I'm so excited.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
You was my son, and you took me to go see that movie. I will never speak to you again.
You know what? But that's the thing. That movie, the way that they did it, it was. I didn't like how they did it or portrayed it, but it was just those Assassin's Creed elements that they placed in there, which kind of. It was enjoyable, which I like.
Yeah, like you know what? I like the whole when they were in the animus opposed to outside the animus, like the real games. You know, like just get rid of the whole stupid narrative of that, and just do the history part and just stay there. Stop dispelling my belief of this whole ancient time. I feel you. Yeah, that's how I felt with the movie.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Dope.
Yeah, that's what I liked.
That's a strong 5, man. Shout out to Snalydo coming prepared. That's what's up, man. I like that. No doubt. Fantastic history getting into the games. I like that, man. I like what's going on. So we're going to get into what the Lords have been playing this week. Lord Sov, what have you been playing this week, man?
I haven't really been home, man. So just more Switch, Mario Tennis, Luminous. I finally beat that damn boss in Mario Tennis. And the thing is, like, you keep getting XP no matter if you win or lose, right? So by the time I beat him, I was so OP. I was like level 30 by the time I beat him. So the rest of the rest of the story mode, was easy. Like I just blew through it.
Nice.
It's a break.
Mario Tennis is going to be a break.
So Mario Tennis forces you to level up if you win or lose.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So
it's straight up a fighting game. It really is.
That's what's up. So pretty much predominantly switch at Mario Tennis.
Yeah, that's it.
No
I've
doubt.
not been around.
Lord King, what's been going on, man? What you been playing?
Brother, I've been on my try hard Destiny 2 crap so hard. Like you seen me and you was playing in the morning. Yo, it was so try hard this week. I was hanging out with shout out to Chris and shout out to Captain America because those brothers was running me through the ringer. I mean, Lord Monkey, I understand you was a casualty of war this week. I did get a chance to play with you at some point in time, but these brothers see me on. I don't know if they got like a bat signal that go on in their house, but as soon as I jump on it, be like, friend invite, get in the chat invite, you better join my team. So that's what happened. But listen. The moonshine on the PlayStation's rear behind.
Oh, Lord.
I played God of War.
Okay.
I was about to say Gears of War. You heard that?
Yeah, I heard the clip. It even pains you to say God of War.
Yeah, but I played God of War, so I had to boot up the pit station.
Oh, my God. Fanboy.
So when I booted it up, I had the crazy upload download thing going on, so I took a screenshot of that, right? So I don't play all the time, and Chief Tommy, I'm going there, baby. Anyway, so I picked up the controller and the controller was dead, so I had to put it inside my portable battery charger. And I said, you know what? Let me take a picture of this and throw it on Twitter. Oh, well, that went viral.
Going viral
didn't expect that to happen. They've been hitting me up on that. And I think that was a mistake, but because they think that it's a great idea having a dead controller. Who knew, right? Like you can't throw batteries in or change out, or it's just stupid mentality. But do what sheep will do. Anyway, so I'm playing God of War, and I realized why I really love the game. The primary colors. The primary colors on the game makes it so vibrant. It is so sharp because I'm playing on a pro, and it is so sharp, and the colors pop so well that I said, damn, this game really, really looks good. Like, it really looks good. And it's from a color standpoint to the game art direction to the cinematics. It's fantastic. I say this to tell you, Spider-Man throws that in the bushes. Okay?
You wildin' right now. Okay.
And no. Trust me when I'm telling you that I love that game. Like, I really love God of War. It's a really good game. Like, I get a feeling of a sense of accomplishment even when I boot it up, to be honest with you. I really love it. It's a really good game. And I say that to say this system has potentially two of the best games our generation that's going to be on a system, and that's a must own. So anybody has a PlayStation, please have it. And if you have that extra cash and you have an Xbox and you're looking at it or you want to rent those two games in that system and try it. You need to try it this generation. So I just went back to the God of War, and I just had to say that it's fantastic, to be honest.
Absolutely, man. Fantastic series. That's cool, man. Good that you fired it up and you blew up my Twitter notification. I had to mute you because your Twitter notifications was too crazy. And I'm like, why is everybody going at him and why is everybody going at the place? It was just too much controller beef for me to take. And I was
it got crazy when Colt Eastwood jumped in.
Yes.
Shout out to Colt.
Shout out to Colt Eastwood.
When Colt jumped in, I said, oh, I know it. We had different proportions now, baby.
So yeah, for me, it's pretty much been the same as Lord King, man. It's just been really Destiny 2 Crucible for me all day. It's been that Triple Valor weekend, so I've been rocking out. I want to shout out some lords. Shout out Lord Fonzarelli, man, Kai Batsu and Neil. We was getting it in, just wrecking fools. We put some posts up on Twitter on the Iron Lord Podcast. Yo, we had so much fun killing it. You know what I'm saying? Got to mythic level. Hopefully we can prestige that Valor. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely having a lot of fun with the Crucible. It's really cool with the team. And then other than that, it's just been when I'm not home, it's been Switch. I still stuck on Banner Saga. I'm actually really getting into it, man. I'm really understanding strategies, loving Banner Saga, and I just want to complete that so I can jump into part 2. So I'm going to be on Banner Saga for a while. So let's get into this poll. Last week's E3 recap poll. The results are in, and the people have spoken. Now that the dust from E3 2018 has settled, which of these titles is your most anticipated game to purchase? The winner at 49% in convincing fashion in a 4-way ILP poll was the Cyberpunk 2077 group. Yes, sir. Cyberpunk got his heat out here. Coming in at second place at 24% was the Last of Us 2 group. And coming in at a super shallow third place at 15%, that should be ashamed of yourself, with the Gears Pop and Gears Tactics 1 E3 group.
That was me.
Oh, the trolls were out in full force, y'all. And depressingly coming in at last at 12%.
Yeah, we tried.
Shame, shame, shame.
Serious shame. Serious shame.
All you shallow lords who voted on last week's poll session. So what did the lords think about Lord Snalydo, man? What do you think about this? The most anticipated game for E3?
I can't even tell you, because you know what? Cyberpunk was, when we saw that, because when it popped up, it just, the feeling you just get from that game is very different from the other ones. Yes. So it's gonna propel it more so than the others. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's gonna really pull itself together more so when we see more of the gaming content.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's what's gonna be holding the forefront.
Yeah, no, I absolutely hear you on that. I mean, I've got from good sources that shout out to hip hop, shout out to
Wait a second, didn't you get a chance to see that in closed doors, Cognito?
No, shout out to Lord Sam. We tried very hard. We even tried to finesse.
Oh, I thought you and Sam got a chance to slide in the back door.
Trust me. We tried. But yeah, man. Shout out to the ones who got to see. I mean, they pretty much had security on. Like, you ain't getting in there, bro. That's just what it was.
Hip hop got in there.
Hip hop got in there. Arix, who we had on last week, got in there. I actually shout out to John Linneman from Foundry. Those guys, Digital Foundry, those guys, they got it. And every person that we talked to said that not only was it by far the best thing at E3, that it looked so next gen that it's doing things that current platforms are not capable of. So, yeah, shout out to Lord Sam in the chat. He's like, not do it like I try. He's right, Sam. We tried to do a finesse if possible, but it was impregnable. We could not penetrate that spot. But shout out to those dudes over there. And yeah, man. So that was the poll, and obviously we're going to get into looking for obviously a new poll at the end of the show. So let's get into these topics, man. We got a lot to talk about. Lord King. The next generation. What's going on? Is it starting? What's happening?
All right. Well, first of all, I like to give credit to Lord and friend of the room, Randall Thor.
Shout out to Lord Ram.
Lord Dealer.
Shout out to Lord Dealer Gaming.
And friend of the room. They both did exposés on this whole topic. But I'm going to take it in a different direction. Okay. It was a post for Call of Duty, and it was for the narrative of the next generation Call of Duty on Next Generation series. And the date that the game's supposed to come out, because that means if they're doing the story aspect of it and they're trying to pull a story together and they're asking for writers for the story, that means that the game is far along in its process as far as assets go and graphics design and direction that they needed to be pulled together with a narrative. Okay, so that means that the narrative is being formed around either a first-person story or could be how are we going to get this story wrapped around so it makes sense.
Right.
But it's loose ends. So the game is supposed to come out in 2019.
Yes.
Now, in saying that, that would mean, and it's for next generation systems, that these next generation systems should be out holiday of 2019. And it's multiple systems. So it's not just and when I get multiple systems, I'm thinking more than just the PlayStation and Nintendo. I mean, PlayStation and Microsoft. I'm thinking Nintendo as well. You understand? Because it could say, I don't know, the wording of it seemed to implicate more than just them two. It could be PC.
I hear where you're going. I'm sorry. If you want to continue, I was going to jump in.
No, but no. I want the input on it. I want to know if it's okay. First, I want to know if it's too soon. Do you guys think it's too soon for the next gen to pop out? Being that we just got an X, our PlayStation Pro is just probably hitting its stride because Ghost of Tsushima, from what I hear from Digital Foundry, was running on a PlayStation Pro. All right, so in knowing this information, do we feel that they're rushing it? Because they're going to be complete new systems.
Good question. I'm going to set up Snalydo.
And do we believe that it's coming out in 2019?
All right, good question. I'm going to set it up for Snalydo too. Also, just to preface it, right? So shout out to Rand, shout out to Dealer, shout out to everyone, to Charlie Intel, these guys that posted the story. And so pretty much there's a job listing, right? It's a narrative scripter at Infinity War. Right. So we know almost for a fact that the next Call of Duty is actually going to have a single player campaign, traditional, because we know obviously the upcoming one was it Black Ops 4. They've ditched that. So it looks like they're going back to it. But like Lord King said, then it's saying for multiple next gen platforms. That's what the listing said. So like the next round, like plural, right, in development. So Lord Snalydo, what do you think about that? And like to Lord King's question, like, if true, is it too soon? If true, like where's your head at with this?
So this is something that I've actually had multiple discussions with other people about, because me personally, I think the Xbox S and the PS Pro, it's literally Xbox and PlayStation saying, okay, we have these really good games that are coming out, but we need to put a little more power in them. So let's just take this apart, re-put it back together. Just throw a name on it and throw it out there. Like it's just like it's the same exact console, just updated information, like just updated hardware, just like anyone does with a computer. You know, when you're playing a game and they decide, all right, well, we're gonna put this other game out, but we want to have better graphics on it. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy a whole new computer? No, you're just gonna get a new video card and you're just gonna drop it in. So I feel like that's what the PS4 Pro and the Xbox X are. That's always how I felt. So I feel like that 2019 for this next gen is a little too soon. It's just a little too soon. I would think that 2020 would probably be the perfect stepping stone for them. Because number one, you'd expect them to at least have a little bit of rumblings at E3. Just a little bit, if there was something that they were thinking of. But I don't think it's ready for it.
I feel you, man. This is good, man. LordSov, I want your input, man. We haven't got a chance to kick it on this subject.
I mean, I would agree with Lord Snalydo. Like for me, 2019. If we see anything in 2019, I would think it would be PlayStation and not Xbox, just because the Pro came out in 2016. So it would be a 3-year gap before and that makes sense. 2 years between console releases. I don't care how much of an upgrade it is, how much it's too small a time. It's too short a time. 3 years, okay, I'm willing to deal with that. So with that said, 2019 to me does not. It just feels too soon, regardless. Like again, like Pro maybe a new PlayStation, but I see it more at the beginnings of 2020 towards the end of 2020. So this can have some truth to it in that these games come out. So this new Infinity War game should be coming out holiday next year, right? And you won't get another you won't get another Call of Duty game till the holiday 2020. So if let's say these new consoles launch in the first quarter of 2020 instead of fourth quarter like they usually do, right? Switch has shown that you can launch a console whenever during the course of the year, and you're going to be successful, especially the next PlayStation or next Xbox. They're going to sell regardless to what. So I can see this quote, kind of in quotations, being a next gen game if those consoles launch in that time period before the next Call of Duty after Infinity Ward's game, because you do have a few months in between there where this game could be a cross console game. So that's the only way it can technically happen. But for me, honestly, I just full out, I think 2020 for these next consoles. I really do.
Fair enough. Let me jump in, man. I mean, this is interesting, and I want to shout out a couple lords too. I'll shout out to Lord J. Fonzarelli. Shout out to Lord Rand. We actually had some good conversations offline about this, and I think I felt like I know Fonz is ready. Fonz hits me. He's like, "Look, man, let's go!" And shout out to Fonz because he was really riding, waving his flag high about 2019 for the longest, and I thought he was crazy. I was like, "It's not happening." So shout out to Fonz. And, it's one of those things right now where it's like, his argument, which is a decent argument, is like, yo, I'm ready for it right now. I want the new hardware. I want the next level of power. These CPUs are, kind of underbaked, and, that we need to see 60 frames on everything. I get it. My whole thing is just like, again, from an old school perspective, right? It just feels like, yo, we kind of hitting our stride, like it's too soon. Like I'm not ready, that kind of thing. And maybe it's because also my backlog is insane too, so that might be a couple of little bias. But I mean, at the end of the day, look, this Call of Duty leak seems real. Narrative is story. They're working on that aspect. My gut still says, if anything, reveal at 2019. Come this E3, and then 2020 is to set up the rollout. But I will say this, and I want to bring this to the Lords. This is a great topic. Is that what if the 2019 thing is real? Let's just say we're wrong, and it is 2019, right? Who do you think comes out first?
Microsoft.
Woo! Because I had this conversation
Microsoft.
offline. Who do you think coming out? Do you think it come out at the same time? Do you think, because the argument I'm gonna get to you, Caleb. The argument I was hearing was that people were saying that PlayStation would come out first based on the window, and that they can't have Microsoft out there with the X, and take the power narrative back. So I'm just curious to see if it's both or which one, if it's only one. So you say, King, you all the way Microsoft with it.
The reason why I say that is because Phil worked so hard to yank the narrative away that he won't concede it. The mentality of the individual that's in charge at this point in time is he takes chess pieces off the board. So in removing these chess pieces, they're already in place to have their how can I say it, their development houses and their studios putting these games in place for that said launch. And in talking to these guys at this E3, they explained to me that next E3 would be epic. And they use these words not loosely, because two individuals said the same exact thing, two higher ups, and they said, don't miss next year. It's going to be epic. Now, I know they know, because they're dealing with the same chip developers, when about their chips will be ready, and around about time they can get a casing and from designs, and the system can get to launch, right? So you don't think that they're fighting in the same position? They won't allow them to be price-wise out of mark, power-wise out of mark, because they lost this generation from the missteps in the beginning. I don't think they make those same missteps. PlayStation will not be able to get a foothold like that. That's my opinion of it. I think they do launch though in the same month, probably a week apart.
I mean, this is interesting too, and I'm bringing back Snalydo in a minute. But like I hear you, and I just think like I want to know if. Like I said, because everybody's under the impression that like these guys, as far as someone, let's focus on Sony, like from a perspective of like they've been the longest without a new system between the two, right? So because the Pro came out when the Pro came out, and they've been kind of known to break protocol. Like just look at the Pro, like really no one expected that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious if Sony would jump out the window with it first. And obviously, I do agree with King. Like, I think that these guys are in the same circle. They work with the same chipsets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Microsoft got wind of it, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft might drop at the same time as well. Sandra, what do you think? again, coming from the perspective, if it's 2019, like what do you think drops first, or what do you think happens?
If for me, I would hope that Microsoft comes out first because they have the most to lose if they don't have a good launch.
Thank you. That's what I've been saying.
Now,
2019. Continue. I'm sorry.
If you look back, now I'm talking the original Xbox 360. They had so many games that were exclusive. Now Xbox One, the Xbox One. Now, it pains for me to say because I love Microsoft, and I very rarely even touch it because they don't have those exclusive games anymore. When I'm going to say this name of this game, and you guys are going to trash me for it. When Scalebound came out, and they were talking about it in E3, what was that, last year or 2 years ago? I was like, oh, cool, they got an exclusive. That looks really good. And now I'm saying to myself, I want what?
I the bushes.
Now I'm saying to myself, I want to get a PlayStation 4. I want to play Detroit. I want to play God of War. I want to play, oh my God, Horizon Zero Dawn. I want those games to play. Right. And I can't see that about Microsoft. So they need to step it up.
Right.
And those, and I don't want to talk too much because of the other discussions we have. Yeah. But they have the backings now that they need time for those companies now to produce content for them.
So for them, dude, bring in Harmony. Just says Sony's been dominating for 4 decades.
They going in. Boss was going in. He said that the Xbox launch going to have a Super Lucky Tales 2. That's what's coming.
Listen, Harmony. I want you to dial back the shrooms. I want you to take the shrooms because it's a little too high. You're a little too high on them shrooms. So bring it down a little.
Good, so what you think, man? If 2019 is the year, which we all, and I think the round table is in unison that we don't think it's 2019, but if it is, hypothetically, what do you got, and what do you think happens?
I think Microsoft has to come out first. The problem with that is, like Lord Snalydo said, I don't think any of these games that these companies that they just recently purchased has anything ready by 2019. I don't think Halo Infinite is ready by 2019. So that means to me we're launching with Gears, right?
Whereas Fable does it.
I don't think Fable's ready either. That would be great. I don't, they haven't indicated how long they've been working on Fable, right?
Right.
So we don't know. But I think to me that's all 2020. Like, you can't give those games 3 years. Like, you're trying to bring back franchises, reinvigorate franchises. I'm looking at 4 years minimum for these games, right? So then you look at PlayStation, right? If PlayStation was to launch in that same window, then we're talking about, and if you're looking at cross-platform games, right? We're talking about a PlayStation launching with The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. What else? What else could they be launching with? Death Stranding, maybe.
Bro,
that's a very powerful.
That's why I want to jump in on this, because at the end of the day, listen, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I could see Sony's been petty this generation. Let's keep it true, right? Sony has been very petty. They've been very aggressive. Let's keep it real. They don't like the power narrative being taken away from them. Right? Let's also be real. Microsoft's really not ready for 2019, right? Just from the standpoint, they just got the studios these games need to bake, right? They might, even if they drop a system to 2019 to coincide, which I think would be still smart to kind of offset it, because you can't have the market leader then drop another year before their new platform with their new system and you're not out there. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's just continued domination, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if Sony's out there, they could afford to do it. Like Sav said, they've got games that they can say, hey, this is forward compatible. Boom. And I don't think Microsoft's in the best position.
I don't think that, though. I don't think they're going to do that, though.
Listen, we all said, wait, let me finish this last point. And I got you, Sav, and I got you, King. The reason why I think they could do it is think about the Pro. Nobody wanted the Pro. Nobody asked for the Pro. Let's be real. It kind of came out of nowhere on their own time. They're like, this is what we're doing. This is a mid-gen refresh, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, well, nobody asked for this. Like, why are we doing this? And then, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. And then those specs started to leak in.
Chipset isn't the same, though. The CPU isn't the same. They're not forward thinking. You understand? Like, well, they're not backward thinking. Let me rephrase that. They don't they don't care about you guys before. Like, them 90 million.
That helps my
argument.
They
throwing y'all in the bushes.
They didn't care.
You're in the bushes.
They didn't care when they brought out the Pro. They really didn't care.
They don't care. But that was backwardly compatible with the regular PlayStation, though.
Right.
I don't think this PlayStation 5 is going to do that.
Wow.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
I think they're going to tell you to get down or lay down. And they're going to have new versions that won't work on the PlayStation 4. Like, it's not going to be backwardly compatible. You're going to have to purchase a PlayStation 5 library. Like, you're going to have to get down or lay down. Microsoft will probably be hampered in the fact that they're going to have to cater to the old dudes.
Yeah.
Like, cause what's the obvious conversation right now? We can't stand the fact that the X is not being maximized. To hell with the OG Xbox. It's holding us back. Right? So,
but that's a stupid argument. That's an idiot argument. Like, games has been scalable forever. Like, it's a stupid argument.
Yeah, but you know what? When the game, like, okay, and I can tell, and this is why the argument has merit, because when we play PUBG, we can tell somebody that's playing on an OG Xbox and who somebody is playing on an X.
Of course.
You know why? Because when we're landing, Fozzie is going through buildings. And
textures are loading in while you already landed.
And you notice that people getting packed out and killed, and because they got an OG Xbox and they can't keep up.
But that deficiency is a choice. Like, you have a choice. You have options to improve that situation.
Now you sound like Don, though. I
sound like Don, though. Like, if you're on an OG Xbox, if you're on an OG Xbox, right? And you have a worse experience, that's your choice. Like, whatever your situation is. That's your choice.
Yo, did you just get 100% elitist? Like, you just said the fact that you floating through the building is your fault.
But that's
because you can't afford the joint that we got.
Yeah, I got totally king right there. But it's the truth. Like, I'm not questioning anybody's situation, but I'm just saying, like, you know full well if you rocking in that game with a base Xbox and you're playing people with an X, the experience is gonna be vastly different. It just is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not
you mean to tell me that they should sell the OG Xbox with a disclaimer? You are inferior from the jump.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Wow. Your gameplay should not matter if you have an old Xbox or a new Xbox. If you're landing, you should be landing. That's what it should be.
But like, I mean, there, like I said, the power differential there matters. Like, it just really matters. It's the reality of it. Like, you can talk about like this unified ecosystem, and that's great. And the backwards compatibility and the forward compatibility, I love that stuff. But the fact of the matter is that there are real limitations when it comes to hardware. Like, it's gonna be there. Like,
yo, the chat said they said that Soft said that's a you problem.
Yo, I mean, listen, and I hear it and I completely understand it because I run around with that same rhetoric. But
they just told me right there. They call me Kanye.
They call you Kanye. Kanye Soft.
Yo, to actually hear you say it,
I couldn't believe it.
To know that the Sony, I know Sony is gonna force you to jump into the new. You know why? There's more money in the new.
There's more money to be made.
You're gonna have to. Right, you're gonna have to change the controllers. You're gonna have to change because they're gonna put a new light source on it. So at the bottom, lights up going down now. So
this is trolling at its finest, right here.
You need this right now. You need the light source hanging down, and it won't work with your PlayStation. So this is a must. It's gonna have dual rumble nubs. Like the nubs is gonna be dual rumble.
The 2019 also the 2019. You're talking about you're cutting yourself from a year of being able to drop the price on that machine too. Like if you come out 2020, you can drop. They don't because they're the ones that could get away with selling you a $500 machine this time around.
No, they will sell you a $699 machine. Don't forget that. They all about their life.
Listen, man, this is so interesting, and I thought this Call of Duty league really got the ball rolling. Like I'm really
it scared the hell out of me though.
But it's scary. It's scary to see what's happening, and I'm telling you, I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know, look, but I'm telling you, Sony, if 2019 is true, I think Sony's in a better position to do it.
I know they are. They are because I see the great games that they have coming down the pipeline, and the fact that all we hear is the studios been picked up, but we don't see no light, no game.
Exactly, and at the end of the day, we all thought this is another tea leaf. Again, we could all be wrong, but another tea leaf to me is the strange preparation of their conference this year. We all felt that conference was the games were great. But it was kind of like, this is all you're getting. This is all we're showing. Nothing else, right?
Right.
So to me, and that kind, I'm like, why are you doing this so different? Like out of nowhere. Like to me, maybe they're saying internally. I'm just putting myself in Sony's perspective. Like, hey, we're already gearing up. We got to get them. You know what I mean? They took the power now. We gotta get them. So we're gonna hold these things.
Good looking.
Oh, Punch, man! Thank you, salute, man.
Punch.
Absolutely,
yes.
Much respect, man. That's our guy right there, Lord Monkey Punch. So, yeah, man. Like, I just think that maybe they're like, hey, we gotta go full board next generation, and really, you know, again, not like they're completely losing, but again, because of that aggressive nature of Sony, that little bit of pettiness whenever Microsoft is up. And let's be real, like since E3, Microsoft's up. Just from the public perception, right? Microsoft is up. Would you agree, Snalydo? Like, do you think like Sony's mentality could adapt a mentality like this or no? You think it's fine?
They could have. I'm not really. I really couldn't tell you. You know, but I think that maybe you know their anticipation is we can stick this game out. We can tell people it's coming out in November and hope that these next gen consoles are like, oh, we're not ready in 2019, and then push them back. And then what are they going to say? What are they? Treyarch now? What are they going to say?
Well, it's a 3-team studio. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't keep track of the.
I know it's like Treyarch,
they say so often.
Infinity War.
It was Infinity War, whatever it was. But they could be like, well, what are we going to do? We can't give you a game yet. We don't have a console to give it to you on.
It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how this thing plays out, man.
I saw Sony pull a Kobe Bryant. All right. And when I'm telling you this, remember when Kobe scored that 80 points? He didn't play the fourth quarter.
Yes.
All right. So what Sony did was they balled out hard on you. And then E3 came and it was like, we already got this in the bag. We don't need to go out there and finish doing this. Just save this up for the next game.
Interesting.
And I feel that they're taking those games and they're taking their bag and they're like, yo, we don't have to waste no money here. Leave it on those guys to show their stuff. And next year we're gonna come out the door and we're gonna blow the walls off.
And Shuhei Yoshida said it. He said we still have some PS4 games we haven't talked about. I doubt they're very big games, but they still have Paris Games Week. They still have
that is true.
They have TGS and they have PSX.
That is true.
So we're gonna get something.
We're gonna get something. So let's move on. Fantastic topic, Lord King. If you're good with that,
I'm great.
And no doubt. And let's get into our Lord Addict's topic. Hopefully, the Lord will join us in progress. He had a great topic. And Famitsu, they've got an article out right now, and they talked about, I guess, that infamous field trip to Japan. And the word on the street, obviously, we know that the new Xbox, the code name is Scarlet. You know what I'm saying? We're going from Scorpio to Scarlet, SC, y'all. And yeah, pretty much they're saying that the next generation of Xbox consoles, you know, is going to have developer influence. And again, this comes straight from the magazine from Mitsu, getting it from them. He said he didn't name any specific companies that are providing the input for the next Xbox, but he said that Microsoft had asked Japanese devs what kind of innovations they want to see in the industry that can be incorporated in the new system. Obviously, we know he traveled out there. We know that Japan, you know, they do not have much footing out there, and they're trying to get things popping. So I'm going to bring this to the Lord Snalydo. Like, what do you think about this announcement that you're hearing that the next Xbox could have Japanese developer influence?
They need it. They need as much influence as possible to walk into that market. They very much don't really have that much of a presence. Right. So the only way that they're going to get some type of presence there is to go to the presence, talk to the people that are there, talk to the developers, talk to the people, and figure out what they're looking for. And then what they can end up doing is starting to produce some type of content for them to want to get it.
So your thought process is, regardless to whatever happens, this is still a great move on their part to try to to kind of like hit the grid, like the Xbox Street Team in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
It's basic market research. You know, if you are trying to go into a market that you are not doing well in, you go there, you learn what you need, and then you produce that need. That's basic market research.
Lord Phil works in mysterious ways. Lord Sov, what do you think about this, man?
I feel like it feels like it's PR speak, to be honest with you.
Oh, the finesse.
Yeah, it feels like honestly, do you think they in past consoles they didn't consult with Japanese developers to see what they wanted in the console?
During the Don era, I don't.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you look at the side,
I don't think Don said, "Yo, we got a system." Mobile.
But again, like, Japanese developers, Western developers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want the same things in terms of power and like accessibility in terms of, you know, being able to create games more easily, right? So I think that's a foregone conclusion that they're asking these people. But I think the PR stuff helps because, again, it gives the impression to the outside observer that they care. Oh man, they're making a real push into Japan. They want to be sure that they're letting people know that, listen, man, we're trying our hardest to get these Japanese devs on board. We're trying to get, you know, you're just trying to get that mind share so that people know, hey, man, like, you can come to Xbox for Japanese stuff. So I think it makes sense to say that, but I think that's always been a foregone conclusion. Like, you know, if you didn't get input from Japanese devs, like after the OG Xbox, like we would have had another Duke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the things that, to me, it's just like foregone conclusion. Like, is it good to talk about it? Absolutely. Just to put it out there. But I think it's something that we're doing regardless.
I feel you, Sal. I mean, I disagree, but I feel you on some level. I do feel.
I mean, because if you think about, I understand them not having the greatest relationships with like the hardcore Japanese developers, like like they need to ferment those relationships. But they have relationships with, you know, Arc System Works, with Capcom, with with Square Enix. Like, they have relationships already with it. So these are people they're already talking to.
Gotcha. Okay, so you still think it's finesse? You still think this is marketing?
It's marketing. I mean, yes. Did they probably need to have more conversations with these other developers that you always see them, you know, dropping exclusives on Sony's platform? Yes, they need to have those conversations.
No
but
doubt.
I think there's something they were doing anyway.
Shout out to the chat. Chat is on fire right now. They said, imagine Don Matrick going over there to talk to Japanese devs. Shout out to DJ Say, Boss Fools, Xbox need to move all in with Xbox Blu-ray players in Japan. So disrespectful, right?
Even when they tried to do it respectfully, right, and they didn't quite understand the culture over there, like Bill Gates went over there and he got laughed out of a room, like the same thing, like Seamus Blackley talked about, like, listen, man, like, we were kind of babe in the woods. We were lost in the dark. We didn't really know how to approach it properly, and that probably cost us.
Right.
So, it's just one of those things. I think Phil is the perfect guy to go over there and be like, listen, man, we're smoothing this over. What do you guys need to do this, that, and the other? Perfect.
Lord King, what do you think, man? What do you think about?
I want to do the Peter Moore approach. My thing is, this is when you Peter Moore situation. You jump up in there and you just buy crap. You just buy a whole lot of it. And you just go in there. You just go swing around that purse. And let me tell you something. Stop chasing the pretty girl that don't want you. She don't want you. The hell with her. Don't worry about that. You go get that girl that wants you. You take yourself over there and you hunker down in the places that want your presence there. Don't go over there. Don't talk to them. Don't say nothing to them. Make them get down. Make them bend that knee. So what you do is you fortify your position in places that want you actually there. You actually go and you poach them. You got enough money? Go over there, poach them. Go over there, buy studios. Get them. Get the best Japanese studios that's up for grabs. You know what do you do? Boost their stock, then drop their stock, then purchase them when they fall on the floor. Then you grab them, then you make them make games for you. You get that Blue Dragon. You get those Mistwalker games. You got those development houses. Take care of that stuff over there.
Then B agreed. He said just drop the bag, baby.
That's
make them bend the knee with the bag.
If you build it, they will come. Don't chase them. You go and you worry about losing Europe. That was huge. How can you lose over there? You go and you take that back away from Sony. You get those places. See, what you didn't notice in this generation, Sony launched all over the place.
Yeah.
Microsoft launched in probably 3 places.
Yeah, they were like
three
point.
And Sony launched in 13 places. So you have to launch and make sure that you hit all these places over here. To hell with the person, the people that aren't buying your products. You're not wanted. Americans are not, and I'm going to tell you this, we're not wanted there. We did some horrendous stuff to them, and they're not going to forget. So I don't care about that part. Leave that there. Let them figure it out like, yo, the system is selling. When you are the system market leader, they will make games for you.
No doubt.
Simple.
Listen, man, I mean, this is interesting. I mean, I'm going to be honest. When the Addict brought this to my attention, I think this is important. I know what Sav is saying. I know where he's coming from. He's like, look, man, don't get caught with the rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you, but I think it's different only from the perspective of I got more confidence in Phil doing that kind of work. You know what I'm saying? I have more confidence in Phil establishing relationships. And let's be real. I mean, some small fruits of that labor was the Microsoft press conference. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw the most Japanese games on that stage in a long time. Jump Force, Devil May Cry, things that people were like, that's not coming to the Xbox platform. You know what I'm saying? And during his tenure, let's be real, like the Nier Automatas, you know what I'm saying? We're seeing stuff come to the platform. You get what I'm saying, Snalydo? Like, you're starting to see, you know, more of an influence. And I think I have to think that's attributed to Phil, because prior to that, you know what I'm saying, when it was the Dawn era, you know what I'm saying, we weren't seeing that. And the last time I do remember seeing it was like Lord King said, during the Peter Moore. Peter Moore would go over there, they spend the money. We must have this game. This must be on the Xbox platform. Back the truck up, whatever we got to do. And those are the days. What's homie that now owns the Clippers that was on Xbox off? Damn, what's his name? Ballman, Baller? You know I'm talking about. Was it?
Yeah.
Baller. Yeah, I forget his name right now. I'm calling him Baller right now. Steve Baller.
Yeah, Steve Baller.
You know what I'm saying? But
Addict
to the bill, right on
Perfect
time,
timing.
man. Yeah, good segue, man. This is your topic, man. We're having a lot of fun with it. And how's your levels, man? Your mic is good?
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, man. Addict's in the building, bro. That's what's up.
I had to hold this Nintendo stuff at bay. Glad you showed up.
So, Addict, man, we're at your topic. I'm saying it's a good thing, you know, as far as the Japanese developers, you know, supposedly having influence on the next Xbox Scarlet Microsoft console. What do you think? This is your topic. What do you feel about this thing?
I feel like if they don't do this and they don't really, I think this isn't really about, you know, making the next system customized for the platform, for the developers and publishers of you know, foreign studios. I think it's making them feel special that they have that input in it. So
there you go.
So when it comes to, you know, making games, they're like, well, we help make the Xbox, so we might as well put it over there too.
Yo, Addict, let me ask you a question. The pretty girl at the office, when she goes past your desk and you say, "Good morning, Sylvia," do you think she cares?
Why her name gotta be Sylvia?
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, Maria, whatever. Do you really think she cares? Do you really think she cares that you said hello, nice dress? Do you really think she cares? No. She just says this guy is bothering me. He knows I don't want him, and she just keeps walking. All right. So what happens when you don't pay her that mind? That you just don't care anymore, and then she just see you doing your thing. Now she's curious about you. Now she want to know, good morning, Arliss. And you look at her like, what? What the hell? Like, get out of here. So I'm just saying, like, I'm saying when you don't pursue something and you let that something pursue you, when you become greater than their thoughts and they have to be curious about you, that's when you infiltrate. So the whole getting attention by not giving attention, that's where this works.
Well, I feel like they tried
the other way.
No,
We've been trying. We haven't. We've been wooing them forever.
There was a time where they weren't trying to get that Japanese. I mean, look, this is the reason we don't have stuff like Near at launch. And it was devastating.
We got it now, though. We got it now, though.
But we're talking about in terms of talking to them about input into the hardware, right?
Right.
Software, of course, yes, you have to have these conversations with these people because otherwise you don't have these relationships. You're not getting these games ever. Hardware, to me, you're developing hardware over a series of years. You're going to talk to these people at some point, like, what do you want to see? That's why I said, to me, saying it is good, but to me, it's something that was already happening. Like,
Look,
it's just a matter of, and like Addict said, like, if you make them feel like they have input in it, and it hopefully creates a better relationship with you. Like, yo, man, I asked you about this, and then that features in the system. That's important. That's something to get people on board with you. So it makes sense.
Let's be real here. As of right now, we need the Xbox brand needs that the Japanese titles more than the Japanese titles need that Xbox brand.
Yeah, that's
facts.
I mean, look at last year. The reason last year was so devastating to the brand is because they didn't have those Japanese games.
A lot of those stuff was exclusive. That's what I was saying. I said that you literally jumped in on my point because I was like, I felt the influence of Phil is already starting to plant the seeds over there because look at this press conference, just the most Japanese games we've seen on the Microsoft stage. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to see those titles starting to come over, the Niers and all that other stuff that were, PlayStation exclusive. They're actually now coming over. I think that's good stuff, man. I mean, guys, Addict, and I'll
and I feel like that was like one of the Knights or Rooks that Sony had. They had pretty much go-to exclusives that they didn't even have to do anything for.
Facts. Real quick, shout out to Lord Super G in the chat. He said, what up, I'm Lord King David. I love my shirt, bro. Good looking. I got my boys at work looking. Where can I get one of those? That's what's up. Look at Lord Snalydo. We got our model in here. That's how it's going, baby.
Gotta show my pride,
That's right, baby. That red looking clean. That red look clean. But back to the topic, man. I'll let Lord King finish it off with that. But yeah, man, this is good stuff. I want to see where this goes. Hopefully, it's not what Soft said, where it's just corporate speak. And at the end of the day, I do like the fact that at least they're approaching them with the new hardware and saying, "Hey."
I feel like it might be corporate speak, but Phil gave a guideline. Phil gave a map. And Phil pretty much ain't lied about anything on that map.
I hope you guys understand that. I think it's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not happening. What I'm saying is that no, not at all. I think it's happening. It's just that they're saying it because it sounds good to say it. But I think it was a foregone conclusion anyway. It was happening. But it's good to say because a lot of Xbox gamers feel that that is an avenue that hasn't been pursued, that they've left that alone. They haven't done what they needed to do in Japan. So you have to say it, absolutely. But I think it's happening. I mean,
look at Nier Automata. Look how good that's doing on Xbox.
Absolutely, man. This is interesting. Good stuff. Any Lords got anything left to say on this, or we could move on to the next topic? All right. So this is me. I'm up.
Why do you sound tentative, Cognito? Why
it is on like donkey.
I'm gonna tell you why I sound tentative because I don't like the Addict now jumped in.
Yeah, no, you knew it was coming.
I don't like that.
This is such topic, isn't it?
I don't like that here right now for this topic. So let's get into it. As the Lord, you got to keep it true. So Nintendo is in the news, and right now there's a lot of panic going on by the investors right now, and obviously we thought
here we go.
Nintendo's been in a sort of a renaissance, but at the same time, shout out to my boy Paul Tassi from Forbes. He's got some articles out there, and recently the Nintendo stock has been dropping, slowly sliding downward. A pace of decline has been accelerating, drops as much as 5% in a single day. In total, shares are down about 34% since March.
Let me go first.
I don't like that.
I like you
Stomping at the beer, salivating. Salivating.
I don't like when his energy is that level right now. So pretty much there is concern. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we had the recent direct, and apparently post direct, that's when the stock started flying.
Just like just like when y'all left out the room, so did the stocks.
So basically, as Tassi goes, my boy Tassi, shout out to him. I gotta get him on the show, man. Tassi, you gotta hit me up, man. We gotta get you on the show. And pretty much, he's basically saying that their shares did skyrocket when Go was a hit, but at the end of the day, I bless because of the. Correct me if I'm wrong, Addict. I believe in the solve, like there is some type of part ownership Nintendo has over the Pokemon franchise.
Yeah, they don't. To my knowledge, they actually don't own Pokemon completely.
But they do have some type of share. So the vibe, the energy is saying that, look, you guys got the Pokemon, but at the end of the day, you kind of have part in that. And the vibe is, since direct, it's been down. So I wanted to bring this to the Lords, and obviously Lord Addict's here. So let's get your thoughts. Like, is this cause for concern? Is this overblown? Lord Addict, the floor is yours.
No, it's not for concern. Investors, they go on by here now. So when they see stuff going on the internet saying they had a bad E3, I'm willing to bet you a big portion of the investors don't even know what they invested in.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Boston, you gotta chill. Boston said the stocks falling tend to happen when you playing games at 360p in 2018.
I gotta say, I appreciate Addict not trolling right now. Like, I appreciate this. I thought he was gonna go in.
Addict, curb stomp him.
Well, but it's true. At the end of the day, like sure, their stocks went down now. Mm-hmm. But when that Super Smash Brothers drops, or
Pokemon,
or that Prime, and they sell 10 million Switches in 2 months, like
shout out to Lord Sam.
Right.
He's saying that the stocks mainly fell due to tariffs hitting Japanese companies. So let's get Lord Snalydo and let Craig bunker this, because I know he's about to go. Lord Snalydo, what do you think about this whole thing?
I think that it is not a concern, but I think you and I actually had an offline conversation about it.
Yes,
I think they should make a cheaper version of the Switch just for people for Pokemon.
Because they should make one just without the dock.
There is rumors of a new Switch variation coming. Shout out to Lord Spawn Wave. He's on it. He's like, oh, King, I know. We got you coming up next.
Yo, what's crazy is all y'all doing is giving me crazy ammo.
Switch topics and the round table always seem to be lit.
but yeah, I was saying that, Pokemon, the only reason why is because of Pokemon. Because you know what, like, I see with my niece, like, I would love for her to play Pokemon, but there is no way in hell I am gonna have my niece hold like a $500 Switch. So if they can get a cheap version of that bad boy, and that's I think that would go up.
Yo, he said there's no way she did a $300 Switch. It ain't even happen. Yo, you know what? You know what? Let me tell you something, Peter. Lord Peter, listen, I 100%. I'm with you. My son is 8 and he's not getting one, so I don't care either. I'm with you. He got a Wii U and he's gonna love that Wii U.
The funny thing is, what it sounds like, King's like, Look, my young kids get the shit that's indestructible. It don't break.
Yeah. You want that high tech flavor. Go ahead, Los. Are you good?
But yeah, I think there's no worry about it. I think it'll come back. They just need to just take a little bit of time, and they're gonna come back up. I'm not really worried.
Lord King, the floor is
it's up to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna come after King. I'm gonna go after King.
They gotta make sure.
We gotta let King get it all out now.
No, King. What's going on is they gotta make sure the pro Nintendo talk comes out after the negative.
Yeah, you know what?
They want that being the last thing said.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't like that. I
know King is about to troll completely with no facts whatsoever. He's just gonna troll.
Listen. My trollage right now is on 1 million. It's going down right now. It is panic. You should definitely just get afraid. You should be so terrified because all your Wii U games have run out. So now, wait a second. You got one more Wii U game coming for Christmas. And this stock investor store, it was like, yo, did the Wii U reserves run out? They said, yeah, we just put out code. He said, yo, pull out our money now. Take our money out now. He said, yo, there's no growth. There's no growth. So listen.
Reserves. That's the only software they got.
The same way I sat there and watched everybody in the compound leave that room. The investors got up in unison and walked that way. They said the new systems is coming. So what you just said was, and I'm hearing the panic because the panic is real. I heard that there's a new docklet switch. For real? Is it cheaper? Because, you know, we need to get the new crowd in because, yo.
No, hey, King. You're fine, man. They're fine. You're fine. You know why you're fine?
What?
You know why?
What game they got?
Because they got Warframe now.
Yes. Big deal.
Yo, all our stripped down free-to-play games is here. Let's get it. I like the fact that the day that y'all get Fortnite is the day that the stocks just fell out.
It wasn't because of that.
Yo, this topic is the best topic ever because y'all was riding so high with your NPD crap. I had to hear this crap every month.
King, notice Warframe exists to people now. What's that?
It don't exist.
It feels like.
Listen, it's back in the bushes. But you know what's in the bushes? Your NPD numbers. Because I don't hear y'all no more. And I'm so happy that I ain't got to hear that crap every first of the month. Lord Piscatella has said that the NPDs from Nintendo is all... It's over, son. It's done.
You know when stuff has changed? When a Switch topic ain't the first or second in the quote in the title anymore.
Yo, they thought that Mario Tennis was gonna be a wave. Yeah, it was a wave. Waving goodbye. Yo, I am so happy right now. I ain't gotta hear this crap.
At the downfall of
see you next generation. Yo, listen. See you next generation. Y'all in the bushes with the Wii U.
Did you play that? Did you play that Wolfenstein the Blurry Edition on Switch?
No, that's
the Vaseline.
Yo, that's the Vaseline edition.
Yo, the chat said they are waiting for King to this roastage, man. That's all they've been waiting for. King to
oh my god!
All right, let's get some reasoning here.
There's no reasoning. There's no bookending this. These people in this chat had to hear that MPD crap every month, and I want to know why we don't hear it now. I know why, because the stocks is in the bushes.
I gotta jump. I gotta defend.
The stock's not high enough to be in the podcast at the moment.
Because ain't nobody gonna do it out here, man. They out here being disrespectful. King with his disrespect.
This is violence.
So, all right, here's the deal. The stocks are falling. There's no excuse in that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I just find that it's what's interesting. Well, I do agree with King is this. I find that it's interesting that it happened right after the direct, because I do feel there is a correlation there. And the correlation is, one, you spent way too much time on Smash, right? Even though Smash, it was most likely going to be a success. But it's also, it gave the feeling like your cupboard may be bare, right? Like, why you spent this much time? You know, the Fortnite thing lost its steam because obviously we all knew about this rumor from the longest. So I think there was a fear like, yo, what else do y'all really have for 2018? You know what I'm saying?
That's the operative word, fear.
Right.
That's the operative word, fear.
That's what it is. It's fear.
That's how stocks work, on fear. That's
Mm-hmm.
how, and King knows this. He over there talking crap, but he knows this. He knows it's all about people's perception.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a reason to fear. So you can sit there and talk like it's not. They said Christmas is when we got our joy coming.
The sales
all
doubled.
Right, give me my money back now.
I mean, let's be
E3. Sales doubled.
I mean, so the sales doubled, but the stock did not.
It doesn't matter.
Stock is different. Stock is different.
Doesn't matter.
And the thing is, at the end of the day, like one thing that is interesting, as far as, you know, obviously people were skeptic, but the sales for the month still was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Oh my, here we go.
They doubled.
Salvin, they doubled in sales, but did they win that MPD though?
It don't matter though. It don't matter. You
wait. No, time out.
No.
Same energy.
It doesn't matter.
When they win that MPD, you all over here with your little flags. And y'all like, woo! Same energy.
I guarantee you're talking about head for the hills.
I guarantee you, if they won MPDs this month, it wouldn't say next gen 2019. It would say Switch 1 MPDs in there.
Exactly. At the end of the day, the Switch console and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate are locked on Amazon's top 10 bestsellers list and have remained there since Nintendo's E3 presentation. So one thing, again, I do agree with Saab, is that, you know, shareholders are going to panic. You know, it's a fear business. And like I said, I'm not trying to make any excuses for it.
Like I said, like 80% of them probably don't even know what, like, really they're investing into.
Exactly.
There's money to them. Like,
it's just
they know how to get their money out of it, though.
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of these people,
they know when they smell a rat.
See, that's definitely stock market. I would say that anything affected by social media, it's the stock market.
No doubt. Yo, shout out to One Punch. He's like, Warframe, are you kidding me? Throw it in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? It's that slow mo. Oh my god, you're so disrespectful. Warframe resolution on the Switch over under 480p. Question mark. No L buggy. Know when to hold them and when to fold. Yo, I am not feeling this negativity. My Lord King got the chat turning on us all.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna speak for the team. Y'all been sitting here having to eat this shovelware for this whole time. And I waited for them to fold because I knew it was gonna come. And I could not wait for this topic. When I saw this topic, he posted the topic in the chat, and I said, good one. And I liked it. I said, because it's going down this Sunday. Listen, I got up so early today. So I was so fresh-faced. I was so ready for this. And I said to myself, why am I so up today? What's going on? And then I realized that we had this topic right here that I had to put up with this with crap. And oh man, y'all got an entertaining show today because this topic was the best topic.
King has been living his life around this one topic for all day.
These two
you had to see his
been
reaction.
having cake and ice cream. Y'all been having cake and ice cream for all those months. Every time the MPD come out, I secretly think that y'all actually had a little cake and was blowing them out. Y'all was eating ice cream.
Popping bottles in the
I saw this topic.
Y'all gonna be bad, so we be like, yo, gotta do the MPD this month.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Peter,
When
you saw the topic or what?
When I saw that topic on Friday night, I was just like, oh God.
You already knew what you was getting into.
I was like, oh no. I was like, this is
I'm about to smoke. I'm about to smoke. So okay.
I know your body. I know y'all love it. So
Oh.
pretty much at the end of the day, Lord knows, I'll let him bookend it before we move on. You know, obviously you feel there's nothing to concern about. And obviously, you know, the table king, we know how he feels. He feels this is run for the hills. The stocks are in the bushes. This is the
They
end.
realized they all who we thought they were.
Oh my God. I'm done with you. And Lord Sob, obviously.
Look, I think it's safe to say the Legend of Zelda honeymoon phase is over.
Everybody completed Legend of Zelda and was like, what? This is it? Throw it in the bushes.
Anyway, what I was gonna say is, you know, Lord Star, do you think, you know, like with the announcements of Pokemon, you know, coming in Smash, stuff like that, and the fact that now the rumor is that they're supposed to be more transparent, because I believe the president came out and said, look, that's not just it for 2018. We've got a ton more stuff. So now all of a sudden there's this urgency for transparency, so to speak, on what other stuff, laughing king, what other titles is coming. Like, do you think that kind of eases that blow for the stockholders, or what's your feeling on that?
I think that seeing what they have and trying to be more transparent for the stockholders is going to not really matter to them. I think it's what they're going to actually see and what their decisions are going to be, because you don't know what other companies are looking at them at the time. They're like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? So I really couldn't say, or I really couldn't make a decision on that.
How long? How long was Sony stock in the dirt? How long?
They're still in the dirt. Yo,
Exactly.
listen.
And they have
They're still in the dirt.
Right.
So
People don't. That's a good point.
It's all based on, again, when you look at stockholders, it's all about numbers going up and down. That's all they care about. On the street, when it comes to if it's not selling,
okay,
and it corroborates.
Lord Sovereign, let's be completely
Lord
Sovereign.
And King ain't trolling because King's a money man. He knows this. He knows.
Listen. I know the money narrative, but I'm coming at you off of them MPDs though. Like, I don't care about nothing that you're talking about right now.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it. Go for it.
You know what the funniest thing about it? You know what the funniest thing about this, King?
Let's do a bend the knee.
They think
another MPD this year.
They brought a PlayStation.
Oh, you want to play that game? You want to play that game? That's a game you want to play?
Time out.
They're not winning MPD when Pokemon comes out, and they're not winning MPD when Smash comes out.
All right. Check it out.
Your mind.
Now, who's doing it?
Now,
who put their chest out?
Now listen. All right. So okay, check this out. All right, I got something better than that. I got something better than that.
If it wasn't that.
Listen. I got something better than that.
Let's go.
So Smash Brothers is the big title, right?
That's December.
All right. So I'm gonna give you all the way to December, right? And y'all not gonna win December MPDs. And this is why I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna bet you that hot chip challenge.
Okay. Oh no, I ain't happening.
He said,
I want to bet.
Oh no!
I want to bet.
Let's go. I want to do this. Like,
I want to bet that hot chip challenge that y'all don't win December MPDs, and that y'all come in behind Xbox and MPDs, and it's gonna be out of PlayStation and Microsoft. I guarantee you that part on that
King. Are you smoking those bushes? Are you?
listen, and listen. What I'm saying is the conviction that I have behind the situation. I want you to have the same conviction. I want you to wave that flag. I want you to shoot those pom-poms in the air. I want you to shoot the t-shirts out into the crowd, because right now you keep telling me that you did all this, but you know what the boss did? The boss said, "Yo, that direct that we put out wasn't indicative of what we got for the year." So they called him on the phone. I was like, "Yo, who the hell sanctioned that direct?" He was like, excuse me. We got more games coming out.
Ooh, get him, yo, shout out to DMV fan. I don't know what King David laughing about. Switch about to pass Xbox One lifetime sales.
Hey, here you go.
Listen, lifetime. Listen, y'all could come after me on the lifetime sales all you want. That's nice. I know what that Wii U did, and I know what the future holds for you. So let me tell you something. You had a flash in the pan. You was hot for a second, but you're not now. And now the time of the trolling has begun. The year of the troll has started on you.
Listen, I'm not betting on Smash. That's just my opinion. I know Smash is important. I'm betting on the Pokemon month. They gonna win one MPD.
Oh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I'm the exact opposite. I'm betting on Smash and not Pokemon.
Really? Wow. Why's that?
Because they ain't nothing out in December, and there's nothing but Red Dead's out in November, October. I have a feeling people are going to buy consoles for those before.
For those joints, yeah. I'm convict on the whole joint for the year because they haven't won one in a while, right? Because Sony won the last two, right?
But Addict, don't you think we're 5 years into the generation? You don't think most people they're gonna sell consoles? Don't get me wrong, but people gonna buy consoles to play Red Dead?
Red Dead 2 ain't come out in the whole 5 years it's been here.
Oh, this Dave is on it. He said Nintendo hasn't won NPD since January. Actually,
wow, that is true. That is true.
Hello.
So what's up? So let's do. Since they haven't won,
the year of the troll
here's the thing.
Is in. I'm down with all of that smoke.
But the reason I say November,
I'll ship too, Cognito.
I'll bet you on the chip and bend the knee segment. If, like I said, it's that the Switch does not win MPD for the remainder of the year.
The remainder.
That's a whole lot.
You take that. You take that back, King.
Let's go, because I want.
That's a whole lot of time. Like that's like you. What month does Pokemon come out?
I don't know.
November.
They have a release date.
All right, so I got you in November. And I got Sovereign in December.
No, like that.
That wasn't the first thing you said.
I like how you guys.
The first thing you said, you didn't pick games. You said they're not winning another one.
That is over.
I said to you, I took your best game, and I said December.
King.
And then you backed out. You just said hell to the no. No, okay, I got your hell to the no. All right, you gave me the hell no.
You made a general statement, and then you tried to move the flag. No.
No, I got December on you.
He said,
you got December?
The jig is up. He said no more. So I
said, no. You said exactly. Nobody. You said nobody.
No. I'm asking you directly. You got December?
I got the whole rest of the year.
All right, so you out. I don't. Lord, do you got November?
I got the rest of the year.
No, do you got November?
I don't.
You got November?
No, King, let me talk. Why does it have to be the rest of the year?
Because y'all said it's over. Y'all said
I never said over.
No, I want you in November. I want you in November.
Nintendo's gonna win December. There's no doubt in my mind. They're winning December.
I'm not as confident.
See, the
only way they will not win December is if people don't buy Christmas gifts until December, and then they will totally get everybody.
Here's the thing I'm nervous about with that is that when we had
to drop that price,
they will though. You know they will.
Listen, remember last 2017.
Are you saying, hold on? Are you saying the Switch is going to go down in price?
Nah.
Hell no.
I was about to say
the Wii U is still $399.
Here's the thing. Remember last year's IOP, the big bending knee was who was going to win November, right? That was all we talked about. And we had Nintendo in the mix and yada, yada, yada. And then Sony won that month. I never forget it. You know what I'm saying? Holiday season, I'm not there.
November and December.
To me, it's too unfair. Holiday season. All I'm saying is from the remainder from July on.
I got November and December.
So there's no.
If anybody want to jump in there and get that chip challenge popping, I got November and December.
King. At the end of the day, like you don't even really have to worry about anything. Okay, Spider-Man comes out in September.
Right. So does Destiny.
Why would anyone?
They don't got none of those.
I mean, is there any Nintendo games coming out between now and November?
Yo, They ain't got none of those.
Is there any games coming out between now and November?
Nah, you know what it is? I want to give them a fighting chance. I want it to be on their most exciting games. I want the fighting chance. I want them to hurt so bad.
Giving me a fighting chance. I was limiting the opportunity.
Why should I give you the whole rest of the year? Why should I give you a chance to slip up?
I do think that's kind of whack.
Why is that?
And in November and December, y'all lose.
He's the one who
Get out of here. Spider-Man said no. You got November and December.
The Lords cannot come.
Wait, hold on.
Look, at the end of the day,
game sales or console sales?
We're talking about MPDs of console sales, not games.
About console sales.
Yeah, because he's talking about Spider-Man.
No, King. Huh? I just love it.
Yes.
I love how they're so confident about these 2 months, but they won't bet just these 2 months.
I'm not.
They're not betting those damn months. Listen, they're not confident at all.
Y'all saying it's over, but nobody is betting the rest of the year, though.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't want the rest of the year. I just want November and December, like everybody else.
We're cowards.
But those are the only 2 months.
I don't want you to win no October. I don't want you coming with that October face.
I want the October
out of here with that October face or that August face. Get out of here with that August face. I don't want you with that August face or October face. Get out of here.
Why would they win in August though? There's nothing out. Why would they win?
Spider-Man said no. Spider-Man said put up or shut up.
There will be
That's
no
what Spider-Man said.
This year just yet. The Lord cannot come.
Look, his Spidey sense is tingling, and he said y'all up to crap. No.
Oh my God, yo! Shout out to the chat. It's been on fire. Oh my God, I can't even keep up. Lord,
I know Peter's like, what the hell did I get?
I had to lower you guys with my headset because you were down at me, and I was like, when can I turn this back up now?
Lord Sov, you are up. What?
It's all the love. That's what I'm saying. It's all the love.
Motive. What's the EA motive?
All right. So despite my passionate rant right now, like I'm usually the dude that's even keel about stuff. Stuff doesn't really piss me off like that. But when I heard, so recently Jade Raymond, the co-founder and the general manager of EA Motive, and if you guys know her from UB Montreal, she was one of the creators of Assassin's Creed. So she was talking to Game Informer magazine and talking about what they had in the pipeline. And they have an open world action game, adventure game that has no name yet, has no release date, but they're talking about kind of what the game is about. So then she comes out and mentions that they have something else in the works that they just recently, she said it's in development, like it's full on development. Yeah.
Let me guess what, oh no, never mind. Continue.
So she mentions that there's something else in the pipeline that 3 developers at the company came to like upper management with, and they talked about it and they decided to greenlight this. And apparently it's also in full development now. We don't know how big this is or whatever. So my thing is when you hear about more games coming from a development studio, you're like, okay, great, wow. When it comes to EA though, I get pissed off because I'm like, finish something good first. Finish one thing first. And I'm like, yo, EA, this is what Motive has done in the 3 years since their inception.
Break it down.
They've done the story mode for Battlefront 2, which many people, it was beautiful, but it was it was all right. It wasn't a great thing. Then they took over the remnants of Visceral's and Amy Hennig's game that we don't even know what that is right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We have no idea what that is, if it's anything at all, right? They have something else, Star Wars, in the works that we don't know what that is.
The other Star Wars thing, is that the one from my dudes from Respawn?
No, Respawn is separate. That's another
the BioWare. Isn't that BioWare?
Okay, no, that's Respawn and Vince Zampella. That's
Zampella. I thought Zampella was working on a Star Wars.
No, BioWare. Remember, BioWare Montreal got absorbed into Motive, as did Visceral, right? So all the stuff they were working on is kind of shelved, right? And BioWare has said they're not going back to Star Wars until after Anthem, after Dragon Age, and after revisiting Mass Effect again. So they're not going back to Star Wars right now. So my thing is
Oh,
this.
all right. So let me get this straight. They're not going back to Star Wars to Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Got you. Continue.
Probably, yeah. Till
Pretty
you're
much.
40, like you said, right? Addict. Till you're like 40, you're not gonna see Star Wars again from BioWare. Because that's what it is. So my thing is this: they're talking about, especially with EA, man. EA guys, you don't look good in the eyes of the fans right now.
Mhm.
Anthem has to come out and be a hit. And to be honest, I saw the 20-minute video. It looked great. It looked sharp. It looked polished, but it looked like another one of those. It looked like.
Hey, I will say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to have the respect to gamers when they go cash that check at the bank. Okay.
Where they cashing the check from, right? The check, FIFA World Team, whatever. Like, dude,
Nah, that makes money though.
Still
That makes
making money.
Their sports are still some
That
of the
is
highest
money.
selling games every year.
Yeah,
But
that Ultimate
this is what
Team.
makes me mad. Oh, Ultimate Team, yeah,
They said they
kill it.
made $1 billion off the
Just off
microtransactions
that
alone.
That's insane.
That's insane. So
Mhm.
yeah, I understand that they're making the money,
Mhm.
but when it comes to games that gamers really want, like I used to love EA games.
Mhm.
It's not that way anymore. And again, I'm not saying I feel sorry for EA, but
Right.
I am fearful for these other side EA
Yeah.
studios
Yes.
because if you look at what happened to Visceral, if you look at
Facts.
what happened to EA Montreal,
Facts.
BioWare Montreal,
And
like,
BioWare's on the ropes right now. Let's keep it up.
exactly. If this is not a hit,
It's a wrap.
it's
Let's
a
keep it
wrap.
up. Yeah, I feel.
So my thing is like, why are you continuing to spread yourself thin? Not even talking about what you have in the pipeline and mention you have more to do. Like, dude, you haven't released really anything of merit
Yo,
in
they
3
spent-
years.
They spent like 15 minutes on a mobile game.
Oh no! Yeah, remember that?
So my thing is, what do you guys think of this? Because like I said, I don't get pissed off by things, but talk about more stuff. Like, no, finish what you're doing. Let me know that you.
Segment.
Oh,
I love it. I
God.
love it. We got our first one. Lord Snalydo, man. What do you think about EA Motive, man? What's your whole thing?
What I'm thinking is happening is they have a group of small people, like a small group of developers up there that are working on a new game that they're not talking about. And that's their next game while they're working on everything else. That's what I think that they're doing. They're saying it's in development, but there's like 3 guys working on it in like the broom closet. That's what I think is going on, because let's just take a second and think of what they've been putting out up there, and they had some quality stuff, but they haven't put out quality stuff as of late. They need to really focus on what they're working on, and I really hope that they literally have 3 guys in a broom closet working on this next game, and they're not telling us what it is.
They in the network closet.
Yeah, they're the 3 guys with like a chair and like a folding desk that are working in the closet. That's what I think it is.
I think you're giving them too much credit.
Oh my God.
That's
Addict, you up, man? What do you think about EA Motive? Are they spreading themselves too thin? Is it what's going on? What you think?
EA's trash. Move on.
I haven't got to move on from Addict in so long. It felt good.
That felt good. I heard to move on. No doubt. Lord, so have you spoken? Lord King.
Well, my thing is EA doesn't give rats about what you care about. They just made $1 billion off of microtransactions. So what they're saying
that's
is
for
you
B.
don't know exactly. You don't know what the inner workings is. Whenever game comes out, if they can attach microtransactions to it, because listen, if I made $1 billion off of microtransactions over something, I'm trying to put it in every game. So they got called out before by putting it in every game, right? So so now they're gonna find a way of getting back, because they need that $1 billion back. I don't care. I wouldn't care about the outcry. I'll put it out there because that $1 billion bag is awesome. All right.
At the end of the day, they know.
Be mad at you that
you
said that.
100 people complaining, maybe 15 might stop. The other 85 still putting in.
Somebody's buying this stuff. I don't care. I don't play the game, but somebody's out here purchasing. And it's not just
look at it.
All right.
If you look at it, if someone invests $10 in a microtransaction, it just takes 6 people to make up a sell.
One sale. You're right, and
that's it. And
that's
they're doing
it. In the bucket, and that's a drop in the bucket for them. Absolutely. But and they, And then this whole talk with them about how they've reevaluated this loot box stuff. All they've done is figured out a shadier way of giving it to you. That's
so what? I never cared about that because I like choice. I like to choose if I want to buy this horse or I want to do whatever. I don't care about that part. That sounds like a broke person's problem. And if you don't want to buy that and you want to play, you want to do the hard route, then you do the hard route, and that's fine.
That they've had with that though is that they've made it right. If you put it in the game and it's just a choice and it doesn't affect the game, but you saw what happened with Battlefront, like it broke the game.
A lot of dudes was purchasing a laser and they didn't have to have it. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. I don't care. I'm that dude that'll buy the rocket. I don't care. So what I'm saying is just like. Listen, just like Lord Peter said, it got 3 guys in the broom closet. I'm pretty sure they do got 3 guys in the broom closet, and I'm pretty sure that they're coming up with
all the help they gonna get is those 3 guys.
Yeah. Until Anthem is a bust, like it's gonna be, it's gonna come out. It's gonna be a bust. Because if you saw something that moved you to go pre-order that game in that 15-minute trailer, if you saw something to move you, I don't know, because I didn't, and they're not getting that bread. Yeah. All right, until it's out. Boots on the ground and I see what's going on, I'm not buying because I got EA Pass and I'm gonna play that game first and I'm gonna see what happens.
That's another thing. They know they don't need you because you paid in that third. You paid literally half a game.
You know what? I think EA Pass is absolutely worth it. It's $35 for the year.
They're pretty much look. At the end of the day,
it's worth it.
Most people weren't even buying too many EA games. So like, let's at least get half of what a game would cost for the whole year.
Shout out to Slow Mo. He said no problem with microtransactions if they are simply cosmetic, but where it affects gameplays or your overall experience, like NBA 2K, he's like
break the game.
Yeah,
that's BS for certain people. Low key, but for me, I don't care.
Low key, this might be a little bit off topic, but I see that 2K starting to lose its hype, man.
Sure?
Like I feel like people are starting.
The live is gonna sell. They dropped it to the discount price.
I ain't with y'all on that.
You know how big Cognito. You know how big John is on 2K?
Yeah,
dude plays it probably 100, 150 hours every day.
I see them MPD, and I see that joint on the MPD.
That dude like straight up was like. He complained for like a day over the microtransactions. Like, dude, I'm just tired of doing that. I'm tired of getting all that. That man was playing live the next day.
I get it. And at the end of the day, it's like, to me, it's like this never, I don't know how we get off the live, but it's like this never ending thing that live it back, and then MPDs come out and we see what happens.
I feel you. EA is definitely, we know that they know how to run their company, right? All right, we know that. I understand what LordSovILP is saying. He wants them to focus on one thing, put that project out, stop spreading yourself thin, move on to the next project. That's what you would do if you had common sense. But we all know they don't have that. So expecting that to happen from them that's like asking pigs to fly. That's not gonna happen. All right, so. We're going to get projects until we start voting with our dollars. And it seems that we aren't because they made $1 billion off of soccer microtransactions.
Exactly.
All right. So we will continue to get this same crap shoved down our throats until we can stop those guys from purchasing soccer boots. All right. So when that happens, then we can have this topic. But until then, they're going to keep doing whatever they want to do. And they're going to spread the stuff. Listen. When you should have known, when they told you the great game of Anthem is coming broken.
But no PvP?
Oh, no PvP?
Missing features.
Apparently, that's the problem with people, though. PvP is not an issue.
Until they get in their house, and then it's going to be an issue.
It's not an issue till they put 60 hours in the game. Like, what's there left to do?
When you guys were talking about this last week, I was raging because I wanted to participate.
Let's get your feelings, Petey. You're here, man. Yeah, I guess. What's your feeling on that?
They need to put some PvP into it. They need to do something because most people are going to be like, all right, I would play, prime example, Titanfall 2. I know I'm saying these bad words. I loved playing just the campaign. And then I played some PvP and I played that for maybe a week, and then I was like, all right, I'm cool, I'm done.
Right.
But Anthem, if they don't have that PvP, they're not going to hold anything.
That was the argument we had last week with Eric's on.
We all know that they're going to backtrack that. Like, I guarantee you, they're going to have PvP before the second Anthem comes out. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, they're probably definitely
They have to patch that. They have to patch that.
They might not make it.
It's not gonna sell.
Yeah, they might not even make it to the set if, like I said, the game is not a success out the jump. But I want to jump on the EA more things. I get a chance to really talk about it. Like, my whole thing is just like, listen, I'm feeling soft. Like, spreading themselves thin. Kind of, the devs in the closet trying to pump stuff out. At the end of the day, my main concern is just like, I'm just very concerned about studios under that banner just dying. You know what I'm saying? Especially my peoples. They got two of my peoples over there. They got Sampella and they got Casey Hudson. And if Anthem doesn't succeed, that studio's going. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but shout out to Jay Fonz in the chat with the donation, man. He says Anthem without PvP is a bit of a failure for longevity's sake. Without it, the game will get old fast. Awesome show, guys. Salute to Fonz, man. Much appreciated.
Fonz.
So it's like,
was Andromeda from that same place?
Yeah, and like they're coming off a bad look with Andromeda already, right?
Yeah, so Andromeda they got all folded into Motive. Like everybody, Andromeda's in Motive.
It's in Motive right now, so it's like they got discipline and getting But Casey Hudson, they got the A team, so over there with Anthem. But again, PvP is a big concern. Zampella, obviously with the Titanfall bad release date fiasco. Now I'm hearing he's doing the Star Wars game. I am concerned for these studios underneath the brand. The only positive thing I feel that, obviously, besides like King saying, like they're making money, they don't care with those big, the fight for microtransaction, the sports series, and all that. But the only thing that I think really was positive from them last year was the way out. And I believe remember Homie at the Game Awards that was his own game now. They're giving him like almost AAA budget from what I heard recently. There's a rumor out that he's actually going to get that
game charted on the NPDs a month it came out.
So, that's the only positive thing that I see that they were doing, you know what I'm saying? And to see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm with Saab. I don't like what I'm hearing about this Motive stuff spreading themselves thin. And it's concerning. It's concerning. I want to see what happens.
And her exact words were, it's an active development. It's a full-fledged project. It's an active development. And, she wouldn't use those words unless they were actually really working on it and not, whiteboarding it somewhere. Like,
the chat is saying that we're going too hard, that we got to give Anthem a chance, that Anthem will be fine without people.
Anthem's trash.
Shout out to my brother.
I'm the first one to say I will pick up Anthem and I will play it.
Dude,
but you know what? I don't think it's going to have the longevity of
here's what
I'd rather play Quantum Break than Anthem.
Here's what Fastback is saying, where actually shout out to Lord Alex, who he actually repeated. He's saying Anthem will be fine because he's saying that it's an online open world game with event story that we add on regular. So maybe that they're going for that lane, like Alex was saying, where they don't try to be the next Destiny or the next Division, and maybe they just go for like Mass Effect, cooperative 4-player, story-driven, narrative-driven experiences.
If they change that narrative, exactly. If they change that narrative and make it and come out and be like, you know what, this is just a full-fledged RPG, multiplayer RPG, and take that whole wanting a multiplayer out of the narrative, maybe it works. But that's not how they presented that game.
That is true. I mean, listen, I can see a lane for them if they say, okay, you do your co-op stuff, you got the story, you got all this stuff, you go away for a month, and then they keep kind of coming back with kind of story.
Did you say go away for a month? All right. Let's keep it. Let's keep it above. Keep it above. Destiny refreshes their Nightfalls and their stuff every week, right? Now, what keeps Destiny going is PvP. All right, the story doesn't do it. All right, so now that we understand that
PvP
they have to have
PvP in a race.
Well, yeah, PvP in a race. Now that we understand that they have that, raids wouldn't keep Destiny afloat alone.
Right, absolutely.
All right,
you're correct.
All right, so now that we understand that there's a component that is shown to form success, right? That you cater to both ends of the crowd, because you need both ends of the crowd to keep it afloat during the lull periods. Now, unless you're doing a guest writer of the week that's going to drop a new content every week, I don't see them putting that much money into a game as dropping new content and new story content into that game at that basis to keep you engaged. I see it going stale. I see maybe it have a different branching if you use a Colossus opposed to a regular Spartan suit or whatever the suits is called, Javelin, whatever the hell, right? So if you're using a different suit catered to like we think is a Warlock, Hunter, Titan type of makeup, right? Small, medium, and large, you know, and it's a different direction for each suit. All right, so you're gonna do that storyline, you do this storyline, and you do that storyline, you play the storyline with your friends. I don't know how much content is left in there. If they don't have guest writers every other week keeping the content fresh, it's going to go stale very fast.
Let me ask you a question, King. What about the Casey Hudson influence, the Mass Effect influence? We all love Mass Effect for the most part on this round table. Like, do you think not even that could save it if they have like really strong? Because a lot of people, that's their beef with Destiny. They're like, yo, that story trash. Like, I don't believe, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, what if it's just all story heavy and you get invested in this great characters?
The reason why I don't believe that to be true is because of what they're trying to give us. They're trying to give us an open world situation where it's co-op, right? Now, you're going to say that there's going to be storylines that you're able to branch off into. And maybe those storylines are deep. Maybe you say each storyline will probably branch off into 2 or 3 hours, right? You got to think about the engagement that you're going to have with your friends. So they don't want to make it too long that the guy has to leave in the middle or something like that. They wanted to do it in a sense that it's going to be like, all right, maybe a half an hour each, like complete story or whatever that you do with your friends to keep the engagement level high. I don't see that much content given into these systems with this. It's just too much limitations for that. For the scope that y'all want. Y'all want Diablo, y'all want Mass Effects, y'all want all rolled up into one. And I don't think that this game is bringing it across because I didn't get that from what I saw.
King, I want to tell you that they actually, and I think I messaged Cognito midway through Friday. They are actually starting to do live streams of Anthem. And they're the first one they're doing. I think it's like once a month or something like that. And I actually grabbed most of it on Friday, and they started talking about the suits. You get them as you level. It's not like hey, I'm deciding to pick the storm suit or the ranger suit, and that's the story you go through.
When are these streams?
I just happened to grab one on Friday. I'll send you the. Let me see if I can find the info.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that, man. I ran out of NyQuil, so I need something else.
Oh my god! Shout out to Jonathan being in chat. He said the fact that everyone has different ideas of what this game is supposed to be is a major problem. Well, interesting.
Yeah, because it's convoluted. It's not at the point that it's just a tunnel vision type of thing that you know exactly what you're getting. If one person believes it to be one thing, they don't like that, but it's not that thing. They don't purchase.
Why did Des feel like it's an acceptable thing to have their game out there and no one knows what it's about? Like, I don't get that. Like, we know the overall concept of Anthem, but we have no idea other than that. We know we fly around like Iron Man and we shoot shit. That's all we know.
Oh my god!
Like, when we know it has no PvP. Another perfect, like, a way worse.
That's one thing that you know what? That's the one thing that everybody can agree upon.
I think
guess off.
What King said makes sense. It's like if this is all story based stuff. And you don't have something that's short and repeatable, then it's very tough to get people engaged for hours and hours on end to get through this stuff. So you need something in there to kind of cleanse that palate, right? And shout out to J-Bone in the chat, because he said specifically it's the loot. And King mentioned Diablo. What is it that brings people back to Diablo? Because Diablo, you don't get you get an expansion like once every 2 years or something like that. Right? It's the loot that brings you back, right? So that's something that they promise, where the loot is going to be something that's really, and how you attain that loot. And I think, you know, I don't play it like you guys do, but for me, when I was playing it, that's what brought me back. Like, what new gun can I get? What kind of
right?
So, I mean, if it has that in spades, Maybe.
I really think that like I'm the only person I know that plays Destiny for the story and the raid in the loot second. Like I really think I'm the only person.
Yeah, you
like
might be in the minority of that.
Probably.
Yeah, but
Probably.
shout out to Fonz in the chat. Shout out to Slomo. Also, a lot of people I'm seeing the talk of people saying, what about Borderlands, where it was a PvE and it was a success. It was a cooperative shooter. It had loot. You know what I mean? Like, what about that? Like, what if it couldn't be like the next Borderlands?
That's
what next.
I do get that. And if it's well done, they can make it work without PvP.
Right.
But one, this is EA. So I do want to put that into consideration. And two, have we had a loot shooter like Borderlands since Borderlands 2?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question on that Borderlands.
I mean, the entire market's changed since Borderlands 2. It's been a long time since Borderlands 2 came out.
That concept that you just said was Borderlands, right? That's cute, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Borderlands,
that's what you know.
That's what you know it's for. When King hits you with the cute,
you know what's coming.
You know it's coming now.
No, I want you to understand this part, right? Borderlands at its peak can't touch Destiny at its low.
Yep.
Think about it in that aspect of it. That PvP
and Borderlands
element is a huge.
But we can't hate on Borderlands. Borderlands was a success.
Well, it was a success, but Borderlands wasn't designed to be out for years at a time.
Yeah, it's not. This is what I'm trying to say, right? I mean, because Borderlands is a good example. It's a great example, actually, of that type of game, and it has a nice story to it if you can actually get into the story. But the loot-based system of it, and the fact that it was like 1 million guns, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But
how did it fare compared to the numbers of a game that has PvP?
Fonz agrees with you. He says the Borderlands wouldn't have had the longevity that say a Destiny has or that Anthem wants. He's saying, I mean, these are valid. It's going to be interesting with Anthem because I do agree. I think Jonathan B still said the same point. It resonates with me in the sense that the fact that we're all arguing that we really still don't know what exactly Anthem is. Again, hopefully we get this information. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to come through, with these streams.
Man, I just realized something.
What's up?
I missed that Destiny triple XP because of Moonlighters. Damn.
Because of what? You missed the Destiny.
I missed it. There was triple XP for Val.
It's still going on
this week.
Still going on.
But Moonlighters still ain't big.
Bro, that's your business. That's your I say you.
Do you guys want to jump on after this?
Yeah, Val is still going on, bro. We get that in.
Yeah, it's going on. All the way up until tonight.
Yeah, let's wrap this thing up, man. We go extra, but it's solved with the topic,
I gotta go.
Man. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. So let's get into this last poll for the week. So, with the rumors of next generation consoles appearing to be releasing much sooner than later, how do you feel about the current generation of consoles coming to a close? The choices are A, over too soon. Current generation was just hitting its stride. B, current generation is too underpowered. Bring on the next gen of consoles. Or C, I don't care. Y'all don't want that smoke with the Google Yeti.
For some reason, I had a feeling it was going to be Switch related. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be Switch related. You heard me wrong.
That is the question. Those are the choices. Please rock the ILP poll when it goes up on Twitter tomorrow. Lord PD, Lord Snalydo, Lord Snalydo, my man. Welcoming into the Lord, our very first Patreon guest, and actually forget all that, man. A friend to the realm on the real, man. This guy, known him a long time. Absolute pleasure to have in the Iron Lords podcast roundtable. Where can the find people find you, and what do you have going on?
So you can find me on Twitter, Snalydo on Twitter.
Woo!
You can find me on Twitch as Snalydo. Nobody ever has the name, so it's probably me if you just Google it. So, but I am on there 5 nights a week at least from 7 to 10.
LordCognito, send me his info on Twitter, please.
Yes, I got you, sir.
But yeah, so 5 nights a week, Monday to Friday, and that's what it is.
No doubt. We got that Twitch streaming schedule up. And what games are you going to be streaming, man? What's going on?
So this week, I really haven't decided yet. I'm going to talk to a couple. I still want to get into Bloodborne and Dark Souls, Believe it or not, I haven't even played them before. Don't yell at me.
Oh God, we need to get this boy Bloodborne.
Yeah, we gotta see that. We gotta
need to have that on. What you call it? He just said he hasn't played it before. So we definitely need that on camera. You think that werewolf give you
or you could be real G, just jump straight in an EO.
Oh boy. What, am I not allowed to use magic like you either?
Yes, let's go.
Oh, I had to say it. But
once you beat them, then you could talk.
Difficult games called Conquer It Talk.
But yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out. We're probably gonna get into some Moonlighter this week, finish that up. So
that's what you're doing. You're doing the same thing.
Tell these people that game's great.
That game is addicting. If you love original Legend of Zelda, original on the NES, you're gonna want to play this, and then you're just gonna be like, I'm not gonna stop.
I played it.
Wait, that's the one with the little fox?
No, that's Fox.
That's the one with the little fox?
No.
You're
No.
It's like top down or something like that, and it looked like a little fox with a sword.
No.
That's
But that's Fox and Forest.
Be playing that game.
That's Fox and Forest. That's our boy.
No.
Fox. He's talking about the Minecraft looking one. That is over the top with the fox.
Shout out to Chief Tommy real quick. Thank you for the donation, brother. Y'all better not sleep on Octopath Traveler. Great stream, ladies and gents. Thank you so much. Tommy's been a day one, man.
Yo, Chief Tommy. Yo. Put those batteries in, bro.
I gotta stop with that. I'm sorry, Lord Snalydo. Continue.
But yeah, probably gonna be doing Moonlighter and probably gonna be hitting up the Division, and maybe some Destiny towards the end of the week.
I literally played Moonlighter all day yesterday and all night. I haven't been asleep in like 48 hours, just about.
I gotta see what this is.
I played Moonlighters all yesterday, half the night. Then I went to move my mom's stuff, and then I am straight on the podcast when I walked in the door.
If you want to not sleep, get Jurassic Park Evolution. I literally, my wife was playing the game. I went to bed. I woke up to go to work the next day. She was still playing. I was like,
shout out to wife. She gets it.
Just end up playing for 8 hours. She's like, oh my God. I can't believe it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yesterday, I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get some sleep. So I was like, it's probably like 2-ish. Looked, it's like 7:30. It's like, well, I guess I'm up the rest of the day. Because I'm on the last boss. And I walked in and then I'm like, man, I'm completely not prepared for this dude. So I have to go grind like 6 more mils so I could beat him.
Oh,
no doubt. Yo, make sure y'all follow Snalydo on Twitter as well. Shout out to Slow Mo. He said the Division.
Put it in the
chat. I put it in the chat. Make sure you, like I said, Snalydo, make sure you do some Division, man. Slow Mo's about that Division life, and it's irrelevant. A lot of these guys are Division guys too, man.
Yeah,
so, I know you're a big Division guy.
I love the Division. I'm pushing 350 hours in that, and I can't stop getting enough of it.
No doubt.
All right, well, so send me an invite or whatever, because we definitely run that like at least once or twice a week.
I ain't seen you on that in a minute.
You haven't seen me on a lot of things. You like to jump inside people's parties, say weirdo stuff, and leave. So
that's a good valid point. If I jump in that party, you ain't playing what's going on.
Well, I told you, if you'd have listened to what happened this whole week, that the tryhards had me. The tryhards had me on lock. I'm sorry, I was booed up this whole week.
No doubt. Lord
was by far the most clever sidetrack I've ever seen you do, King.
You're hilarious. Lord Addict, man, where can people find you? What you got going on?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm probably not going to stream any this week because of Moonlighters. I did beat Battle Chasers. That was a great game too. If you really like older Final Fantasy stuff, definitely try Battle Chasers. The last boss had me very flipped out. I'm liking like these indie games. They actually have last bosses. Like they don't have like pushover last bosses.
The indie games this year are just so primo. They're so good, and I can't even say it.
Yeah, they on fire, man. That's what I've been playing. Predominantly indie.
I got John to pick up Moonlighters. This dude was 2 temples behind me. I woke up. He's exactly where I am.
Oh my god!
Me and John's probably put in a day and a half, and I installed the game the day before yesterday.
Blazing! Shout out to Big Bad John, no doubt. So that's what's going on with Addict Lord Sov. What you got going on, man?
Oh yeah, first of all, man, big shout out to Lord Snalydo for coming through. Honestly, for all the support you have for us since day one, and then a big shout out to everything that you're doing. It's not every day. What happened?
Fonzarelli's a savage.
Yo, Fonz is a savage. He said John Bones Jones is a cheating bone.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you.
Hey, Fonz, I went through a whole podcast without combat talk.
Combat Sports came back heavy, Fonz. Make sure you rewatch it. You're going to love it.
Fonz, rewatch it heavy, but understand if you introduce John Bones Jones, you must say introducing the cokehead steroid cheat, John Bones Jones. All right, so just you gotta put the drugs in first.
Sorry, John Bones.
So yeah, so let's not go. Like honestly, I appreciate everything you're doing with your streams, and it's not every day that somebody uses their game plan to help other people. And bring more people into the gaming fold. So I think that's a fantastic thing because honestly, all of us here we know how therapeutic gaming can be, and the fact that your whole purpose for doing what you're doing is to make sure that people who don't have access to these games can have access to it is a fantastic thing, man. So honestly, like, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
No doubt. Lord King, where can the people find you? What you got going on?
First and foremost, Lord Snalydo, I would like to say thank you for being part of the Patreon. Thank you for all that you're doing for the community, and I will also like to say thank you for being a willing participant in the team stream team. We're trying to get a stream team together. Lord Snalydo, Lord L Boogie, you know. The team is coming together. What we want is the best and the brightest to run with the ILP banner, and he represents that.
I'll do it too.
Of course. But if you didn't get a chance to hear his bio in the beginning, I would love for you guys to listen to the show in its entirety. Because if you came in at any point in time, what he spoke about and what he's about should resonate with this community, and it should embolden you, to empower you to try to do certain things that he's doing as far as giving back to the community, because he gives back a lot in buckets and in spades. So he's not just gaming for himself, he's gaming for a larger cause. You can find me on Twitter at King David OTW, where it is lit. And I'm probably going viral every other day.
Getting people triggered.
Those batteries out of that PlayStation. You got to form a C in your PlayStation to get the batteries out.
You know what's funny? Every time I make a tweet, you can ask LordCognito. I'm like, that was going somewhere. Yeah. I made one tweet that was like, the same people that were making fun of the Scorpio emblem are the same people changing their name every PlayStation exclusive. That thing went viral. Got like 300 likes.
Yes.
My tweet went so crazy. It was about the PlayStation controller.
Oh my God.
How that went so all over the place that I got probably like 50 new followers that was hating me first. And I had to explain my point. And then it was like, you know what? You're an idiot. I like you. Shout out for all those people that like my stupidity.
No doubt, man. Shout out. Like I said, that was a funny day. Yeah, man. Look, I need to help it. Yo, once again, salute Lord Snalydo, man. Huge guy in the realm right now, starting a lot of positive things, man. Like Lord Sov said, like that stuff doesn't get the shine that it's supposed to, and really support this guy out here, man. He's doing a lot of stuff. Catch those streams. Very entertaining, man. Very entertaining guy. Strong personality. We know we're gonna have you back at some point. You know what I mean? And of course, like I said, we gotta pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shout out, salute to the Patreon. Now, this is the kind of stuff that we really appreciate, and salute to Lord Saul for really holding that aspect down. And like I said, saluting the winners, all the people who won, and for all the people who continue to support. That really means a lot. It helps the podcast grow, gets us better. The donations are definitely appreciated as well. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you hit the like button, all that good stuff on ILP and the Inner Circle media outlets. Links are in the description. Shout out to Kai Batu, who's going to have that audio up later tonight. And then also, Flashpoint 22 was huge, y'all. With Ebontis, please catch that. We talk about what's going on. We talk about the 8 barons that helped kill Cade, all the coverage, all the new stuff's coming. It's a blowout information special. Please make sure you guys check that out. And obviously, Combat Talk with the King is going to come. You know, that's coming soon. We working. He's got almost. I've seen stuff behind the scenes, y'all. It's lit.
Yeah, let me explain. Combat Talk the King. The logo is done. The intro is done. What we're trying to do is formulate the day. You might get that right before, because it's gonna be the beginning analysis of the fight. It's gonna be live reaction to the fight. It's gonna be the post fight. All right, so you're gonna catch Combat Talk with the King on the ILP network, and we're trying to get the Pacquiao Matisse. So
that's what we're going for.
That's going to be fun. And huge. So we get that next week, right, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, please make sure you guys support that when that goes up on the ILP channel. Like I said, along with Flashpoint, a lot more content and stuff coming. Appreciate the support. Everybody, enjoy your Sunday. If anybody got anything else to say, we out of here. All right. Peace.